Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Rundown After Dark. I am your host, Chris Fagan. Joining me, I'm going to keep it widescreen right now since I like that shot. We got Tabatha over here. We got Joy over there. We got Chris over here. And we're going to just talk about a little after dark nonsense.
After dark nonsense.
Some entertainment news stuff, like some trending topics mostly. You guys are in the live chat. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. You see the thing that I got up there, that poll? Have you ever been a victim of a scam before? So let me know about that. Identity theft, both, no, but came close, something like that, you know. Or are you the scammer? I don't know. Should I have made that an option? I don't know.
I mean,
so
could it be an option?
That's one of our main topics that we got going on right now. So
I've been scammed out of years of my life.
I know what that's all about. But today, guys, we're going to be talking a little bit about the scandals that's going on with the Idol. The Della vlog couple went through it, and that's why I was asking about scams and things like that. And we're going to have our little non-spoiler, but I mean, come on, Little Mermaid, it's pretty much the same movie.
Yes, we all know the story.
We'll talk about that as well as some other things that's coming up as well, and so an announcement about what's going on upcoming in Comic Palooza. So with all that good stuff out of the way, let's get into what we like to call the force feed. Back at it again is, wrong camera. There she is.
Hey,
what is going on with the force feed?
All right, first up on our force feed, 64-year-old Kentucky man allegedly pew-pewed roommate in the butt for eating the last Hot Pocket. Exactly.
She was waiting to do it all day.
I was like, I feel this headline so much because I feel like I'd be this old man.
I feel like this is like the best commercial for Hot Pocket. That's what I was thinking. What would you think?
I mean, it's the last Hot Pocket.
If it was a barbecue Hot
Let
Pocket, I would have done it.
Let me smell your breath. So that's all I was thinking about when I was writing this up. I was like, what? I forgot how this even came up. I think I was on Instagram. And it was that shit in his grin face. Look how happy he looks.
Like,
look at this guy.
Like,
he'll never take that again.
Yeah.
Have you seen it's a meme that's like when you have siblings and you don't want them to eat your food, and it's like
you lick it.
No, it's like those
that's when I don't want people to touch my wife.
styrofoam containers. And I guess it was like rice and stuff, and I have 2,347 pieces of rice and 7 shrimp. I counted.
Oh.
Like, look, don't touch my food.
First of all, I have a little stash of snacks next to my bed that I keep there so the kids don't eat it all. Like those are my snacks. Don't touch my snacks, like for real. And then I have a basket that's in the very, very top of my pantry that they can't reach even with a stool. Mm-hmm. Those are also my snacks.
I used to have to hide I had those little 100-calorie.
Oh, yeah.
When I was like Weight Watcher counting.
Oh, yeah.
And the kids would eat them.
Because they are actually tasty.
Y'all can eat the full calorie. Leave my 100-calorie packs
Oh,
alone.
yeah.
I have to hide these things as I go to get them, and they're just gone.
I know.
Look at that.
Well, they were tasty.
They are tasty, though, actually, because I went and ate them. So my problem was I never ate one package.
Oh, yeah,
they're 100 calories. I'm like, I can have 5 of these.
I'm just looking at this dude. What's that age
he's
when
not,
you
he's
mental?
Not mad he could care less. He's like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
And I'll do it again.
I know, right?
Don't eat my Hot Pocket.
I feel this man. Like, I feel like we might be spirit animals.
It was a meat lovers. It had 3 types of cheese. I could think of was
I've been waiting on it all day.
all day. Yeah.
He was thinking. The problem was he had been thinking about that Hot Pocket from this morning.
Yeah.
Then he goes to home to get this Hot Pocket, and his roommate ate it, and he just snapped.
Yeah.
It's like Ross in that Friends episode with his leftover turkey sandwich.
My sandwich. My. Yeah.
That's all I can see is this is a real life interpretation of that.
Yeah. Exactly. That look on his face, he's all like, "We shared my girlfriend. We're not sharing my Hot Pocket, Daryl." I'm just saying, this dude has that look on his face.
He really does.
He's
really proud of his actions. That's all I gotta say.
When I agreed to join your swingers club, I didn't agree to my Hot Pockets, Bill. look at him. You can tell they share everything.
Hands off my Hot Pocket.
Except Hot Pockets. I'm telling you. What if it's not really about the hot pocket? What if the hot pocket is a nickname for some lady?
I mean, it could be. He may
Or
if he ate
or a
the
goat.
hot
I don't know.
pocket,
Patrice's
the
Yeah.
hot pocket.
from next door.
Yeah.
I like that you named her Patrice.
Yeah.
That is the perfect name for who he would be hot pocketing.
Everything's not about you, Patrice. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's what she got that. She got that from How I Met Your Mother. Yeah.
First of all, that is the best scene, like all scenes where she's like, Patrice, like
Yeah.
just freaking out.
Nobody asked
Nobody.
you.
Yeah, that's what she say. Yeah.
Nobody asked you,
Patrice.
Nobody asked you, Patrice.
And the
She'd be so
octave
nice to
she
her.
goes up
Yeah.
to is amazing.
Yeah, she was so nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's the look on his face right there. Nobody touches my pocket, Bill. Yeah, you can tell, Bill. Everybody. The question is, what happened to the roommate? Is he all right?
I
Did he make
mean,
it?
does he have a butthole?
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't.
Does he
even-
have two?
I didn't even get past the headline.
Was it a BB gun?
No, it was,
a
no,
gun
shit,
gun?
it was
A
probably a
pellet?
shotgun.
He's got-
no,
he's
that
gonna-
dude owns a shotgun.
He's gonna
You
be
can tell.
very, very
He's got
regular now.
He's got buckshot in
Yeah.
his hind.
He was like, my lawyer told me not to answer those types of questions anymore. That's that look.
Yeah.
It's like he's smiling at his favorite deputy. He's like, Daryl, you here again? Well, he touched my goddamn eye pocket. Huh? Daryl, you know what? Okay. Before we move on to the next one, because we've been on this one, that reminds me of something. I think I heard this story or a joke or whatever it was when I was overseas, and I was hanging out with the good old boy crowd, and the guy told me this joke. It was kind of funny. There was this man. He was in jail, and he was. Oh, there was a man who said that while he was in jail, he overheard a guy on the phone with his one phone call situation, and he was scared to death. It was his first time in jail, but this other guy that was on the phone was loud as hell, and he just kept leaning in. He can hear this guy's conversation, and he was called. I guess he was talking to either he's talking to his friend or his wife, but he was talking to his wife. He says, "I'm in jail. You bring your ass down here and bail me out. I don't give a shit. Whatever you got to do. You sell the furniture, you sell my car. But are you listening? Do not sell my dog." That was the only stipulation.
I love my dog.
Yeah, that was it. I don't know why. That looks like the guy.
It does.
Anyway, what's the next thing on the force feed?
Next on our force feed, hot topic actually.
Les business or?
Les business topics, actually. Target becomes latest company to suffer backlash for LGBTQ plus support. Pulls some Pride Month clothing. And believe me, this one has been all over my For You page, of course. It's wholeheartedly the most ridiculous, misinformation-driven, fear-mongering crap I have ever heard
There's
of.
also a real simple thing. If you don't like it,
Don't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to that store. All this talk of we've got to cancel Target.
no one
the
made
Christians,
you walk that aisle.
Yeah, the Christians got to cancel Target.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because of them selling transgendered clothing. Yet they don't cancel Christianity when, brother over there is stooping the child.
I mean, I saw someone I don't remember whose TikTok it was, that was like, what about how offended I am when I'm in the store and all the shirts that say, just me, my Bible, and my coffee.
Oh,
and
God, yeah.
Like, I don't want to see those either.
I get offended by live, love, laugh. Don't fucking tell me what to do. I
Did
don't
you
want to
see
live,
one of
love,
the
and
ones
laugh
at
right
Target
now.
That's been sold out is Live, Love, Lesbian.
No, I have not.
Yes.
Where is this sign?
It's at Target.
What?
It's a T-shirt.
And I
Live,
bet
Love,
that's getting
Lesbian.
canceled too.
No, it's all sold out. Everybody's like, I'm not even lesbian, but I want it. And then we got
Don't
So-
we all?
so they love live,
Don't-
lo- they like
don't
live,
they
love, lesbian.
all? Don't they all?
Live, Love, Lesbian.
But
Yeah.
you know what?
I was like, that's awesome.
You know the thing that I thought about when I heard this story was it's like, okay, you're trying to get rid of all the tuck bathing suits and whatnot. So Bob, what you're telling me is you want to see it.
Yeah, they
You
do.
wa- that's what. So you
I mean, we
want
can
to
make
see
sure
it.
a nut hangs out.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
actually, you could
yeah.
squeeze it to where you get just like the
Yeah.
cleavage side of the nut where
Yeah.
it comes out the side.
Yeah. I like my lady boys with the sausage hanging out the package. I like it. I want it.
I can't remember what movie that was.
Which one?
It's a comic, like a spoof type movie.
You're talking about Waiting, where they do all the different things with their
Ryan
bodies?
Reynolds?
not
You mean
that
Ryan
one.
Reynolds?
No, it's
Ryan
not.
Reynolds waiting?
It's like in a school, like the gym teacher that's supposed to be a female. but
Oh,
the balls are like
yes,
hanging out
yes.
of their
Oh
shorts.
God, what movie is
See,
that?
this is what this channel used to be. Me and Sean love moments when we're just talking about something and then we just trail off to a movie.
Yeah.
That's how this channel actually
Yeah.
started. It's going back to that too. But yeah,
I can't remember what that is.
wasn't Waiting. What was that
No,
movie?
she's right. It's like a gym teacher.
I guess in the comment section, let us
supposed to be a
if somebody
female.
knows the
Yeah,
movie. If
yeah.
somebody knows the movie in the comment section, let me know what's that movie called.
Yeah.
Because I think I've seen that movie too.
Yes,
And
it's
she
hilarious.
had balls. I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Like, 'cause they used to back in the day wear those really tiny little gym shorts, the gym teachers, and there was always like putting the
leg
They
up.
put the leg up.
The leg up.
Oh my God!
hanging out.
So now I guess this is gonna be Chris' story time. It wasn't my high school. It was a high school I worked
Nixon
at.
says it's scary movie.
Was it Scary Movie?
Is
Yes.
is it
yes,
Scary Movie?
It was Scary Movie. Yes, it was.
Okay,
It was
well
Scary
I've
Movie.
seen scary movies, so
One of the Scary Movies. It wasn't the first. Probably wasn't the
was
first
it the
one.
first? Because whatever that scene is,
It might be an old. It might be the first one.
because
yeah.
I've seen Scary Movie 1.
It is supposed to be made from Scream,
Scream.
which they were in high
Yeah,
school.
which
so
I
that
saw
would-
the first one because they kept doing the parodies. But yeah,
the before I go into the further back on topic, but the trail off a little bit. Oh damn it! I lost it. I was gonna. I had a
the
story.
story?
I had a story.
you think on it, and I'm going to talk about the other videos. So the other thing that they're doing, which really ticked me off, was you've got all these people going on TikTok taking stuff out of their Pride section, running over to the kids section
putting
and
it there?
going, oh my God, they're selling this to all your kids. It's a binding bathing suit. It's an extra small adult bathing suit, not meant for your children
and
for binding.
swearing that extra small is a child.
It's not.
Extra small.
It's an adult extra small. If you actually went to the Pride section instead of just taking all these what's words for their misinformation videos and actually looked, it's an adult. There are adult sizes at Target for extra small. They're meant for the tiny
They're like
petite
the
women.
extra small in child is a size 4 to 5T.
Correct. That's the
That's
toddler.
extra small.
It's a toddler. They're not selling these binding
they're
bathing
like-
suits to toddlers. First of all, there's nothing for them to bind.
And they showed the actual children's bathing suits that are in the Pride section. Their tags just say gender friendly,
Yeah.
and neutral, because they don't.
Do you realize that this gender neutral thing for babies has been going on forever? What about that
It
color
is.
yellow that we've all considered when we
Yes.
don't know the gender of our
And
baby?
it's like,
We've
do you
used
not
yellow.
understand that for all time, doesn't matter what your orientation is. There's always girls or boys who are like, girls that are like, I don't want the pink and the sparkles and the glitter. I would rather just have something that's
Can't
what
stand
people
glitter.
would say was a boy's outfit. And
I wore boy
can
clothes.
we just have something that's plain?
I still wear boys' clothes, but as a kid, I literally wore long jean shorts and the baggiest of t-shirts because back in the day, you used to tuck them in and you used to untuck them to the very end, so you had this like loopy thing just hanging everywhere.
Loopy.
Yeah, that's what I wore every day of my childhood, as the blonde-eyed blue, or the blue-eyed blonde-haired little girl.
And also the other thing that a lot of women were saying, they were looking at it was a 2-piece bikini. They were like, me as a not skinny female, I want the binding bathing suit because I can't keep the ladies in a regular bathing suit.
True.
And this one, it keeps it
tight.
supported.
Yeah.
And the tuck friendly, I'm not tucking anything, but most bathing suits, the crotch piece is this big. It's not holding
It
things
has
in
its
there.
benefits. It really
So
does
they're
have
like,
its benefits.
This being wider means that for us bigger girls,
First of all,
everything is staying where it's supposed to stay.
not all of us have Kim Kardashian plastic surgery curtains. Those curtains don't necessarily exist in real life.
Wait,
Some of us,
when you say curtains, are we
mean-
talking about eagle wings or
we mean curtains.
The flaps.
We
The
mean things are all different down there,
lady
and those
biscuits.
little skim bathing suits and panties.
Are you talking about the drop down and get your eagle on, girl?
Yeah,
those
yeah.
down
We're
there.
talking about we need some real curtain. We gotta get some coverage for the curtains, okay?
This floss is not going to be able
No,
to keep the lips.
I don't want a front floss, okay? I'm still dealing with the back floss. I don't need a front
And they
floss.
also forget, and it happens with everything, like with the Bud Light thing.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
I
like,
know.
all the other companies did this too and you forgot.
Yeah,
Kohl's
Yep.
has a Pride section.
Yep.
H-E-B over here
Yeah.
has a whole section of seasonal Pride, like front
Oh, yeah.
door mats
Oh, yeah.
and signs and lights and cups. So, like, guys, really, we
Just
just want
get
to
over
single
it.
target out.
Just get over it.
And a lot of the people I follow on TikTok were like, let them leave, because then that means I get to shop at Target all by myself.
I know. I'm like, please,
That's actually
please
Much
cancel.
less Karens in
Yeah.
there for me to deal with.
I don't have
I
to
mean-
wait in line. Nothing's going to be out of stock unless it's the freaking lesbian tank tops, because I can't freaking find those because all the lesbians are stealing them.
Everybody, the whole agenda to call that out and to end it and whatnot, and the people who are usually up in arms on it, in my opinion, are such hypocrites, because whenever, I mean, like, for example, when there's politicians that get caught in scandals all the time. When it's a Democrat, it's like, oh, well, they do it, take them down. When it's a Republican, then it's like, oh, that's fake news. It's like, no, wait, no, you said your agenda was to stop, like, for example, like harming children. When it's a Democrat that's harming children, you want to take them down. But when a Republican, one person that's on your side does the same thing, you're like, it's fake news. Like, no, I thought the target was to stop the crime.
Point when
When
their big thing on here is
Everything
stop
is so damn
forcing-
tribal nowadays.
Stop
Yeah.
forcing it on our children. Stop forcing
Oh damn!
them.
What happened to
Stop
Tabatha's
making them-
camera?
Do you know what they're
And-
forcing right now? The hypocrisy is so intense. The law in Texas that's being passed that the 10 Commandments have to be in every
And I'm
school
like-
classroom. That's
I'm like,
forcing.
Do you not recognize you
I thought
are the
we was-
ones that are forcing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You are forcing.
But when you're winning, it doesn't matter. It's like, oh yeah, I don't want church and state unless I'm winning, unless it's only my church. Like it's like that's the getting the political thing
It's
about
just
it.
so much hypocrisy, and I don't understand the rationalization that one can look at. It's like there's a lack of critical thinking. There's a lack of being able to look within yourself and go, okay, I'm not being the best person right here because I wouldn't want this done to me, but I'm willing to do it to another. And that's the shit that really bothers me. I treat other people the way I would want to be treated.
Right.
That's just how I'm going to try to run my life.
First name, last name wants to know what lesbian tank top are we talking
Oh,
about?
so there's these there are these tank tops.
It's
they have at
it's
Target.
fashion time with Tabatha.
So they go up to the neck right here. They come down and they're like almost look like a really tight wife beater. Like
For me.
but they fit perfectly and they're very flattering on women across the board. And you get them in the junior section. They're amazing.
I was just laughing at a lot of the people that were in the comments, like, you know, when they're having these people who are showing these different outfits, and like some of the kid ones was like dinosaurs with rainbows. They were like, they don't have it in an adult size because I
wouldn't wear that. Exactly.
Dinosaurs in the rainbows.
Do you know how? I mean, I'm just thrilled that there's now, like the dinosaur shirt that this one lady showed. It was a white collared shirt that's got neon print dinosaurs on it. So that's a boy's shirt. It's a boy's outfit. My daughter buys that shirt because she loves dinosaurs, and she still is a girl that loves girl colors, but she loves boy things like dragons and dinosaurs and things like that. And so she was like, but she loves dressing in collared button-down shirts. Granted, she has me as a parent, so I know she sees me wearing it, and she wants to look like me sometimes. So she loves wearing those. So we have clothes like that, but all of her guy friends at school have that shirt.
Yeah.
They roll around like they're a freaking posse with that dinosaur shirt. That is fashion. That's not an agenda. First of all, in the 80s, everyone wore turquoise and purple. It was the most popular color. Yeah. Everything was turquoise and purple. Men consistently wore it. And yet that is a feminine color. And there's some historical aspects to the color pink. For a long time, there was a long conversation about how pink should not be classified as for the women's gender because it was close to red, and they gave red to men because it was a power color.
Right.
That was an actual discussion about how they were going to color gender people back in the day.
Yeah.
There's a whole historical path on it.
Yeah. When people just want to, when people decide for themselves that I want this to be only associated with being a man and what I mean, technically, actually, purple is actually associated with royalty. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, look at me and Tabatha being all smart, knowing what we're talking
We
about
know
over
some
there.
things.
Yeah. We know a lot about a little about a lot of things.
Who makes your lesbian tank top? Because that's being asked now. Where do you
And
get this?
by the way, and guys, I'm putting the chats up
What's at
on the
Target?
side right here. I haven't done this
Yeah,
in a
it's
while,
Target.
but I'm putting this up on the side because the pop-ups chats that I like to do, it's not working right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have your chats up there on the side, and Joy is going to be monitoring it. So if we can't pop it up, I'm sorry about that, but Joy is monitoring it, and you'll see your chat streaming on the side.
And I saw Nixon's comment, and I'm going to call Nixon out just a little bit. It's only cringe to people in the community because we don't tend to wear a lot of the pride-driven stuff. That tends to be allies that wear that. Us as people in the community tend to try to find unique pride-driven items, and Target tends to not really be what we utilize because it tends to be very commercialized, what people consider the LGBTQ plus community to be. So lots of rainbows, lots of color, lots of flamboyant. Whereas I actually don't walk around wearing rainbows all the damn time. I just don't.
There's a lot of people who are like, my kids like rainbows because they like rainbows.
Yeah.
Like they just do.
Yeah. So for me, like the only time I wear,
she said
I did say he's gonna wait. I'll wait for him to press it. Yeah.
For me,
I only go Pride crazy during Pride, like on Pride Day. Like when I'm going out and I'm hitting the freaking parade and I'm doing the Pride events, that's when I tend to go Pride crazy. Otherwise, I don't tend to wear that. So I may wear like some socks that I think are cute Pride socks, or I may wear a piece of clothing or item that is Pride driven. I wear a lot of boobie and butt things, obviously. But
boobie and butt plugs? What?
Not butt plugs, but things. Oh. Not butt plugs. Very different. I don't want to plug the shit. Just want to see.
Don't want to plug the shit.
Yeah, I don't want to plug the shit. Literally.
Let it flow.
I don't want to let it.
Let it flow.
I want to let it flow, but not in front of me.
Don't plug it anymore.
This took a turn. This took a big old turn.
But real quick, let's talk about what's been going on with Target Pride Month. For their clothing line. Here's what the claims were. Let me see if I can go full mass here real quick. So Target Pride Month clothing line. So the claim was that Target Pride collections featured a bathing suit. We already talked about this, bathing suits for kids that is labeled tuck friendly. AP's assessment, this is from the AP website. AP's assessment was that this is false. The tuck-friendly swimsuits are only offered in adult sizes, according to the spokesperson from the company and Target's website. Kids swimsuits in the collection do not feature this label. The facts. Target's seasonal collection of clothing for Pride Month collections have been the subject of several misleading videos in recent weeks, with social media users claiming the retailers and sellers tuck-friendly bathing suits designed for kids are in kid sizes. This is that's to me that's the thing. If you want to, it's like the word woke. Like it means being aware and being mindful and empathetic to what's going on in social in society. But you want to be able to take it down, change the definition of it, turn it into something else. That's how you attack something. So Target decides to have pride-friendly bathing suits. Okay. Oh, that's what's happening. All right. I'll take them and I'll move them to the kids section and I'll lie and say that they're selling. That's all you have to do. You just have to redefine it.
Yep.
And even it's a 100. These are the same people that call everything fake news, but they're not afraid to straight up lie.
Yep. Called hypocrites.
And put it in, and put it into the kids section and be like, oh, look what Target's doing. Oh, really? Really? Like, what's that TikTok video?
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, you sure about that? You sure about that? Did Target really put that there, or did your ass put that there and then push play on your damn phone for your goddamn TikTok? Is that what happened? You sure about that?
It is what happened, actually.
I mean, that's just how.
I am going to address the next one. So first name, last name. I can't. So here's the deal. I'm going to bring it down to some reality. I can't wear rainbows all the time. I'm already walking around like I'm gay, as it is in my stylistic way. We just try not to get beat and die. So we're not going to be advertising that much. Yeah. So
we're in Texas.
Yeah, we're in Texas. So I'm going to kindly put my gay card back in my wallet, stick it in my back pocket, and it's metal wallet because, I'm a little mask. Yeah. And I'm going to keep that one. But it's because typically we're trying to not be too flamboyant so that we don't die here. Yeah. That's it.
But just so you know, here's a little, let me give you a peek behind the curtain. Every time me and Tabatha talk on the phone, when I say goodbye, she says, have a gay day.
Because I really want him to have a gay day. I really do. I think it would do him some good to have a gay day. If he really just leaned in and allowed
There's
him to
a time and a place for every.
Real relaxed, just opened himself up to having a gay day.
Oh, well, damn, we're really getting after dark right now. What the hell? Open yourself up. It's like 1,000 hands urging you to let go.
Just let go and let be. Yeah.
Let me in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I beg your pardon, Chris. Like, what happened?
Oh my God.
Anywho.
Oh God.
Before we move on, one of the last things about this topic, I know, and usually the force feed is fast, but this was an important topic, so I wanted to have a discussion about it. One of the things that was said, like the fake news kind of things, one of the things that was said online on this topic was, let me go full mass again. So here's a quote from a Twitter post. The Twitter post said, "Did you know that at Target also sells tuck-friendly bathing suits for children in the Pride section? Well, now you do." This reads, one post sharing a photo of the tag on Twitter. The post has received over 4,000 likes, and it was 100% fake. So that's the plan. Like just put it out there. Just take that piece of clothing, put it in the kids section, lie, and take a picture real quick, and just say it's happening. Yeah. Because I'm not gonna say the name, but a dude that got to the highest level of government once said, while he was the owner, while he was on The Apprentice, said that just keep repeating it over and over and over and over again, and then eventually it becomes the truth. Yeah. Because
Oh, and first name, last name? You were right. It is.
What's that right there?
That's my wallet.
Oh.
My metal wallet.
I literally thought that was going to be a gay card. I was like, is that your black card or your gay card? I know you have. Where's your black card? Pull your black card out,
I
Tabs.
also have my Target gift card.
Things like getting that bathing suit.
I thought you were going to pull out a card that said gay.
I know. I need to just store one in here now.
Gay card.
But he was like, oh, because I said my middle wallet, my metal wallet. And I was like, yeah, no, it really is my metal wallet. It's the Ridge one. Yeah. I love this thing. There was one I had before this that was like 15 years old that they sold on Amazon that they don't make anymore, and it had these little buttons that pushed up your cards, and it was chef's kiss, but they don't make it, and I can't find anyone else that makes it, and it's very sad.
Anybody knows where we can find those for Tabs? Just let us know in the comments.
And it was metal as well with a little money clip on the back, and it was just magic. And each of the little buttons you could like change, like the name. I could say Amex, Visa, MasterCard, and you put the little buttons in there, and then you just push it up, and that would pop up. Fancy. It was fancy. I loved it. It was one of my favorite wallets. But I had it for freaking ever, and then it just broke and died. So, yeah.
It sounds like my Ford Tempo. Just broke and died.
It just broke and died.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on.
Did you know that before we move on, I should save it for we got your mail, but I know I'm going to forget. What? So Joy is always complaining that like in the comment section, like nobody talks about her more than they talk about like me or you or anybody else. So today I made sure to come. She was at work. She was working, and I saw a comment that popped up on the screen, and I said, "Oh, Joy's gonna love this." So somebody in the comment section, after we did the regular rundown during the day, we just did a regular show. Yeah. But one of the viewers was like infatuated with Joy's voice.
Duh.
My voice.
She was like,
there's pretty much everything to be infatuated with.
What state am I from?
That was the question. What's the guy? I could feel him as he was typing. He was leaning in. What state are you
got
from?
Real low and sensual.
Because I love your voice.
And I was like, what state do you think I'm from?
Well, I think it's also because your accent isn't super heavy. Like, you don't have, like, the crazy, gross twang that some Texans have. It's a very muted twang. So it sounds proper. It sounds proper and like intelligent, and because I have my personal hatred of my accent is I feel like it makes me sound stupid just saying anything.
Yeah, I hate your accent.
I know.
I hate my voice.
No, you have a very lovely voice. You should like your voice. You do. Yeah. You have a very lovely voice. But yeah, there's many things to be infatuated when it comes to Joy. So that's easy.
I mean, so guys in the chat, in the comment section, if you want Joy to say something specific, put it in the chat.
Tell her something to say.
With a super chat, and begin it with Joy. Say ... Then fill in the blank. Like for example, Joy, say sit on my face.
No.
I bet a $20 super chat would change your mind.
Oh my god.
Hell, $20 over the shit. I'll say that shit. I'd be like, what's the guy in the chat? Hey, I'd be like, hey, Peter Lang. Tickle. You put a super chat in there. That's an example of what Peter Lang is like, unsubscribe. Like Peter Lang is like wondering why I'm picking on. I picked you because I saw your name on the side.
Yes.
So I'm sorry, Peter. I'm just picking on you right here. So, but by the way, but if you did send a $20 super chat, then yeah, I would say. I'm gonna give it.
No, which if he does this $20 super chat, you need to record it and then email it to
Yeah.
him so he can like have it as his phone.
What's that?
Like,
what's that
ringtone?
app? What's that app that you can do that? You can pay for people to send videos and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You send a $20 super chat, then I'm definitely gonna call you personally.
And he's gonna like leave you a recording so you can use it as your ringtone.
He does that when they play. He plays video.
When
games
we
with his
play
friends.
video games, me and Sean, when we play video games, we talk about
Double dildo damage.
yeah,
Oh,
we
okay,
talk
okay.
about what's that movie? Was it Scary Movie Part 2 when the clown attacked the guy? What's his name under the bed? The clown from Poltergeist. Well, you don't like horror movies, so you probably don't remember that
Yeah, I know what
clown.
you're talking about.
The Poltergeist movie, there was a scene where there was a clown that scared the kids. And you always tried to cover the clown up with a sheet because it
Okay.
scared the crap out of them.
Okay.
That clown came to life and attacked one of the kids. So they recreated that in Scary Movie where the clown was under the bed, attacked one of the guys, and he dragged him under the bed. And when he was dragged under the bed, all you could hear is, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Wait, get your finger out of there." And then the guy goes, I got a balloon. You want to see my balloon animal? And the clown, the demon clown, like jumped out of trying to get out of the bed, like, "Oh my god!" Like, "Hey, get your finger out of there!" Like he grabbed.
Oh my god!
Pretty much, he grabbed the wrong guy. Yeah, like
Oh
the
my
guy was
God.
into it. Like,
Okay,
so,
that's amazing.
So ever since I saw that, ever since me and Sean, when we play video
That's what I'm
games,
gonna start doing anytime I go to a haunted house now. Like
Yeah.
when they scare me, I'm just gonna go finger up the butt.
yeah. So whenever me and Sean are playing Call of Duty and we sneak up on anybody from the back and start shooting, on the replay, it's no, that's the sound that we make. The tickle double dildo damage. That's the sound that
Oh
we
my
make.
god, that's so great.
All right, let's move on to that went long, but what's the next topic?
All right, next topic for Force Feed is Sam. Is it Levinson?
Yeah.
Am I saying it right? Okay.
I guess so.
Yeah, Sam Levinson addressing rumors about the environment on the set of his new series, The Idol, starring The Weeknd and Lily-Rose Depp. Rolling Stones made a toxic set accusation. So I actually didn't get to read. I haven't read the Rolling Stones review.
Basically, and you know what? Okay, so
I didn't get to read
I'll
that.
give you the gist of what happened. Okay, I'll give you the gist of what happened. So basically, I got it right here. The Rolling Stones, The Idol. In March, Rolling Stones published its report on the production of The Idol, interviewing 13 unnamed sources who claimed the show had gone wildly, disgustingly off the rails. The Idol comes from Abel Tesfaye. I don't know if that's saying his name right, who's known as The Weeknd, and Sam Levinson, the showrunner of another hit HBO show, Euphoria. The Idol follows a budding pop star, Jocelyn, played by 23-year-old Lily-Rose Depp, who falls in love with a cult leader and nightclub owner, played by Tesfaye. And I heard that The Weeknd is going by his real name now.
Is he really?
When like The Rock went by Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
For,
So how
for
do
a
you
while.
say his name? Because I've heard a couple different ways.
Tesfaye? I don't know how to say it.
Is it Tesfaye?
Faye? I don't know.
Or Tesfaye?
Tesfaye? I'm just going to say
I can
Tesfaye.
Google it.
Yeah, she's gonna be like. We're gonna
Variety
Google.
called the show a sordid male fantasy, writing, "It shouldn't take degradation and suffering to make Jocelyn stronger. Euphoria's audience won't be too surprised by the shameful way Levinson treats Depp's character, as both she and the show appears trapped under the Weeknd's thumb. Others have put it more bluntly, simply calling the show gross and sexist. Criticism has been levied at Levinson's for Euphoria's seemingly gratuitous and graphic portrayal of nudity and sex, particularly for a show about teenagers. But several cast members on the show have stated that they felt comfortable with the amount of nudity, noting that having noting that there have always been intimacy coordinators on set confirming their safety and comfort.
Okay, so there's a couple things that I feel like is an unfair situation. One, we haven't seen the show. Okay? I haven't seen the show. I can't make any assessments of what they're claiming to be the case about the show. Two, I watched Euphoria. Euphoria was an extreme version of a reality. It was a reality.
Yeah.
I've personally been married to someone who's bipolar. I've personally been around addicts.
Yeah.
I've personally witnessed
It might make you uncomfortable because there are younger people
Correct.
that
Awesome.
portrayed. If you're
But
an
it
older person,
happens.
you might feel like a creep watching. But these things,
Things
like you said, these
happen.
things happen.
Don't want to accept or admit when it comes to rock stars.
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is about
Most
rocks. Yeah.
This
rock stars will
happens.
tell you, the ones that are matured and gotten out of it, that
Shit, I bet a Britney Spears story or documentary would be a
days-
crazy ass
Yeah.
story.
that their days in it heavy were like, it is sex, drugs, and
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Yes, it really is. And that's
And
what I don't
Telling
understand.
the stories of pulling girls and
Yeah.
guys behind, picking fans and different things. So to act like it's all little roses and
Like, well, no,
flowers.
the way that Rolling Stones is portraying this is a male fantasy, that he's writing this out as a male fantasy to be played out for people to enjoy. I don't know if that's the case because I haven't seen the show, so I can't make an assessment of that. But I have to.
there will be some sickies who watch it for that purpose.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct. Well, I
but that's
can't
not
help
that.
that.
But you can't
Yeah.
say that that's the
No.
creator's intent.
No, I cannot say this intent. I can't even say that that's what is being portrayed as a whole because I haven't
Right.
seen the show. Now, I'm not going to assume the worst. I'm going to assume the best as of right now and then assess the situation once I watch the show.
Right.
But assessing the situation now, not having seen the show, I'm going to go at it with the best case scenario being that this is somebody who's telling a story that is an actual idea of a reality. Now, most things that are entertainment are extremes. We put them to the extremes to create an entertainment value. That's what we do. Even down to sports. Everything is done to the extreme. Our NHL, any sort of professional league is the extreme version of this skill set. Any sort of enjoyment of a extreme sport, that's the extreme level. That's not the normalcy of reality. That's the 1 to 2% of people that are able to do this. Well, that's the same thing for storytelling. So why is it okay to accept this concept of an extreme for entertainment in one area, but to not accept it in a storytelling area, which is just an extreme version of a real reality?
Well, I saw some different trailers and stuff, and one is playing a Britney Spears song as it's
What? Give me more.
yeah, that's a Britney
I just
Spears.
assumed that was the song.
Yeah, that's Britney
I'm
Spears.
just assuming. Yeah.
So a lot of people in the comments were like, there's a lot of things that look very Britney Spears about this.
Yeah.
That
This
not
could
saying
be
they're copying it, but that they
it
pulled
could
a
be
lot
loosely
from-
based
It
on what
could.
she went through. Yeah.
So, but
there's
why
a
is
lot of crazy stuff
Why
out
is that
there.
a male's fantasy? They're almost trying to
I'll
make
tell
it
you.
out.
I'll tell you why. Remember the weeks leading up to Britney's 18th birthday. Remember what was said online. I don't know if you remember. There were a lot of old men. There were men who in their 40s and 50s that would take their young daughters to the Britney Spears concerts. Seemingly for their daughters,
Oh,
but for themselves.
Yeah.
There were
Well,
a
you gotta
lot of
realize
creepy men that were
my-
waiting for her to turn 18.
My age and Britney Spears. I mean, I was young also when Britney Spears was coming out, so I wasn't privy to really that information as she was like. I wasn't really a Britney Spears fan, so that wasn't something that I was diving into it at that time because
Tabatha is straight up gangster rap.
I really was back then, actually. That's the weird part about that statement is that's not false. Yeah, so I really wasn't like in the know of what was going on for her, but like what I'm not understanding is it's like people are trying to create drama where there's not drama.
Right.
This feels just like a storytelling aspect, and they're trying to make it gross.
Yeah.
Now, it could be gross. I could be wrong because I haven't seen the show and I don't have all the information. So I'm leaving many opportunities for what I'm saying to be incorrect because I'm just not privy to the knowledge yet. Rolling Stones could be correct. And I still don't understand why we're not allowing a fictional show to be fictional and we're basing it in a reality when it's not a reality. It is an extreme version of a reality, which is fictional. And to say that it's like an unnecessary entertainment, well, no, this is a representation of something that can happen.
Yeah.
Just because it's an extreme portion of it doesn't mean it can't happen. It can happen. So it's just an extreme representation of it for entertainment value. That's it. Just like all the fucking blowing up of a car. Do you think a car blows up in a movie that way?
Like
No.
A lot of shows aren't written that way.
Correct. Correct.
I mean, we still have horror movies with, the damsel in distress whose clothes are half falling off,
And I don't see a problem with that. This is having a show that's based off of something that could happen or has happened, and it just be an extreme version for entertainment value. I don't see an issue in the same sense that people don't see an issue with a car blowing up when cars don't blow up like that. They just don't.
It doesn't come on anymore, but I remember seeing the commercials for The Man Show. Did you ever see the commercials for that?
I remember those shows. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I think it was Adam Carolla and some other.
I forgot the other guy's name, but I know the show.
And frequently throughout the show, they would, pan to ladies
on trampolines.
Big booby ladies in bikinis
now
jumping on trampolines.
Every episode they would end it with women jumping on trampolines. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
So I'm like, no one was
You're not gonna get a no from the lesbian over here.
I'm sorry, you got boobies going up and down.
But I'm like,
I
no
can't
one
really.
She's like, what's your point, Joey?
I
They're
don't
great.
understand.
That's
I
great.
didn't say I was mad. I'm just saying.
She's like, I enjoyed
no
it
one was
too.
calling for it to be pulled down.
Oh, I know.
Get off the air.
I know.
Right.
They were like, can we get
And
a
look,
few
you're
more
talking to a
minutes?
feminist. I am a freaking feminist in its pure definition. And I don't see anything wrong with this. I think that sometimes we are really searching for something to be wrong. And this feels like, because I don't have the facts yet. I don't have all the facts. This feels like somebody trying to find something wrong so that they themselves can create entertainment for their article.
Yeah.
Because what it sounds like is they went to go do an article for this and it was fucking boring and they needed to make it spicy.
Yeah. Levinson, the showrunner, when he responded to it, he was like, Rolling Stones, this was the people that made the article. It was almost like as if they didn't really watch the show or they just came in 100% with their own agenda.
Or they're too privileged to understand that these can be a reality. Because it could also be that. They could be so naive to the realities of the world. Like if they'd watched Euphoria and thought that was extreme and didn't recognize how they were actually really showing real realities of somebody with a mental illness, with an addiction, and how it affects the family and how trauma and PTSD can affect everything. Right. Euphoria did a wonderful job with that and really portrayed it well, even in its extreme environments, because those extreme environments do happen. But if somebody's so naive to not think that those situations are real, that just may be a lifestyle difference that they can't understand. So for them, it could be this.
It took me 2 attempts, because I remember the first time I tried to watch Euphoria, I did approach it with that, I feel like a dirty old man watching, because I know these are supposed to be kids and whatnot. Then when Then I remembered my time in high school, and I was like, I was people, and I wasn't the people that I was went to high school with weren't too far off from this. Yeah. So when I put myself in that mentality, then I was able to watch it through. So the Rolling Stones saying that we have these 13 unnamed sources saying that this and that happened on set. Maybe it's true. We don't know. But until they are, these sources are identified, that I'm going to believe it. I'm just going to say that for now, the showrunners, the actors, the main 2 actors said they were comfortable, and the intimacy coordinators were saying that everything was on the up and up.
If the actors aren't having a problem, then I don't understand what the problem is.
I've said if the actors and the intimacy coordinators are all on the same sheet of music, because I would think that as a professional, the intimacy coordinators would be the first ones to tell us, that was the director did this and that, and I didn't appreciate that.
Correct.
Because that's their job. They're supposed to protect the actors. So if the intimacy coordinator is saying everything was on the up and up, on face value, based on the fact that
we don't know, we haven't watched the show, we don't know the details.
Unless she's he or she is bought and paid for by the producers and directors.
Correct.
I'm going to assume that because that's what their job is, to assess, because we live in a world where if you can whistleblow and call out things for some crazy stuff, you'll get a lot of praise and attention and whatnot. So if that crap was happening, and if I was the intimacy coordinator, oh yeah, that director did this and that. And especially if it's true, because it's just going to make the intimacy coordinator look like they're on their job, they're protecting the actors, and if the showrunner is doing something sketchy, this intimacy coordinator was protecting the staff and whatnot. So, but if the intimacy coordinator they're all on the same sheet of music, at face value, without evidence, I'm going to take them at their word, versus Rolling Stones with their 13 unnamed sources.
It's not to say they don't have unnamed sources.
It could be true.
It could be true.
But until
we get more
information, I'm going to lean more on the intimacy coordinator.
I'm going to go with best case scenario. I'm going to hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's kind of how.
But are you still going to watch the show?
Fuck yeah, I am.
Yeah, because
I'm obsessed with Euphoria.
Yeah.
So I mean, and Euphoria was hard for me to watch. It was very triggering for me. Yeah. Very triggering. And
did you watch Adam Sandler's movie, his latest drama? I don't know
which one.
It was a where he was a gambling addict, and it was. No. And the reason why I bring up this movie, I forgot what the name was called. Guys in the live chat, if you remember this movie, it was starring Adam Sandler. I don't know if he got an Oscar nomination for it, but it was his last drama. He was a gambling addict, and it was a great movie. But The Weeknd was in it. It was the first time I ever saw him act. And he was almost
How
like
old is this movie?
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Okay, the movie that name sounds familiar, but I did
not
see it.
Because Kanye West's ex-girlfriend was famous for saying Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
But The Weeknd was in this movie. Okay. And Adam Sandler, who was this hustler, fast-talking kind of a guy that's always at bad luck, makes the wrong decisions, and he puts it all on the line for this one big payout kind of situation. His girlfriend, who seemed like one of those girls or women that's will only be interested in a below average looking guy if he has money, kind of. It's one of those stereotypical kind of situations where she went to a club or a party, and The Weeknd was there, and she was cheating on him with The Weeknd, and it was this whole scene. The movie is great. I'm trying like, if you like Adam Sandler's drama, performances, I think he's actually a really good actor. Like, this is one of his best performances as should have been. I don't know if he was nominated, but he should have at least been nominated for an Oscar. This movie is that good.
I haven't seen it, so I definitely need to see it. But I have heard it, so that's probably why it sounds familiar. But I don't have any memory of the actual movie by any means.
So the Weeknd has some acting experience, and it wasn't much, but I'm interested in the fact that he's a cult leader trying to manipulate a pop star and all that. That the whole premise
seems very reasonable, to be quite frank. Like, the whole concept of first of all, mom and dad are getting frisky over there.
Y'all didn't see what just happened behind the scenes.
They're getting frisky, and I had to watch. Okay, so stop, mom and dad.
What'd you say on that other video? Quit being NC-17.
I know. So NC-17. God.
But I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, Sam Leving addressing the rumors about the situation on set with his series. He was at Cannes, and he said, you know what? When he read the Rolling Stones article, he was like, I bet we're gonna have the #1 show on HBO Max after, because with all this, that's how he looked at it. And I don't bet against him. I mean, Euphoria is crushing it.
It really, yeah.
And if this is anything like Euphoria, like the premise alone gets me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I think it's an interesting story. There are so many cult movies out.
Yeah.
Like, why is Rolling Stones all of a sudden pinpointing this as something that shouldn't be shown, where some man is taking advantage of a female?
To be fair, if they saw it, we don't. To be fair, what if when you see it, you'd be like, "Ooh, yeah."
No, for real. If I'm saying, I am leaving the option for everything that I'm saying for me to come back on and go, you know what?
Yeah, you're right. It is over-sexualized.
Yeah, it's done too much.
Yeah.
And that could very well be the truth. But I'm looking at it from a normalcy level of what's already been out. That's what I'm assessing the situation. I'm basing it off of what's already been out. And what's already been out is this whole concept of a man taking advantage of a female over and over and over again, like what's happening next to me right now. Mom and dad are being way too NC-17. See? Way too.
We're married. I put a ring on it.
That does not give you the right to take advantage. I hate
Those
to tell you,
boobs
it
belong
still,
to me.
No, still takes consent, man.
And all of
we
her
can
civil
have
rights.
This fight. We can have this fight.
This
still
is
takes
Texas.
consent. No, that I can't argue with. It is Texas.
That's all you have to say.
I got nothing.
What the hell, Mr. DeSantis? He's like, this is Florida.
Yeah.
Case dismissed.
Okay, yeah, I was like, it is Texas.
This is Texas.
I got nothing.
Governor Hot Wheels says that I own her and all her civil rights. That's the first time that's the first time you've heard that? Our governor is known as Governor Hot Wheels.
I know, but you just said it, and it's the way, and it was just perfectly placed in, and yeah, I was gonna pee my pants over that.
Governor Hot Wheels says that I can do this. It's legal here.
Yeah. Oh god.
Anyway, looking forward to that. All right, guys. So that was a while. We've already hit the hour mark, and
Oh
we
my God.
just now
Finished
are
course
hitting
feed.
our main topic.
A main topic. Let's go.
Is anything happening in the chest that we should
No,
highlight?
hit main topic.
No, I've been going. We've been
Doing. I've been
going on.
addressing it as they come to.
Okay.
Main topic's gonna be.
The main topic, babe. What is the main topic? Did I give it to you?
The main topic is Della vlog scammed by a fake pregnancy.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
actually a really sad story.
Yeah.
Really sad.
So, guys, if you guys don't know,
Yeah.
and I just came aware of this today. So,
And I watched the whole thing.
You watched it, yeah.
Yeah.
The first 2 minutes when they played the song, I was like, "What is it? Like? How did you get the rights to this?" I'm sure Justin Bieber is going to be able to monetize this, and you're not going to make money off of this. But at the same time, it's probably not the point. The point is, Della Vlog, the YouTube channel, posted a video that they were scammed by a fake surrogate mother, and it's messed up. And I have something I'm gonna say later. Y'all might think I'm a jerk about this later, but I'll wait till the end to bring that up. But as far as these people, yeah, this was a messy and a shitty situation for these people, where these two this husband and wife and their YouTubers called Della. Is it Della Vlog? Is that what it is? Della. I'm trying to go full
Della
screen.
Vlog.
Trying to go full screen. There we go.
So the Della Vlog couple, they're semi-famous.
Yeah.
Struggled for
1.3 million followers.
Struggled for 5 years to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And were wanting to adopt.
And they decided to go with a surrogate
Decided to go with a surrogate. They found this. They put up basically an ad, so to speak. We're just going to call it that. And came across this woman who said that she had twins that she was going to put up for adoption.
Which turned out to be a red flag from what the research
Which we
that I
learn
did.
is if someone says that
is
a red flag.
Twins is a red flag because that's so rare that in these scenarios but I sent you the video.
I watched the whole thing and I read up on it. And so she basically, they came across this woman. They started messaging her. They started talking. They really loved what she was saying. And they met her. They went on a meet. They met her. They talked. Everything seemed to be going really well. Then they sort of agreed that they were going to be the family that this woman, this expecting mother, was going to give her children to this couple.
Yeah, so this couple they've been trying to have a baby for a long time.
A very long time.
Is it Dalen or Dolan and Bella Lambert?
Dolan and Bella. Or I think it's actually Dalen and Bella.
Dalen and Bella Lambert. Okay, I got to break down real quick. So we got in my little bullet points. Okay, like struggling with pregnancy. They've been in contact with the pregnant woman with twins who they were going to adopt their baby, her babies. She was wearing a fake pregnancy bump.
Like the whole thing.
That was the part that made me pause, because it was like, at no point, because I know how some people get. Remember, how people get when they, You know, have you ever seen the thing where like the back in the day it was a common thing where somebody's pregnant, you can walk up to a pregnant person
and touch them?
touch their baby.
Don't touch them.
And that now that's an
don't touch
unpopular thing. Like don't touch. But
well, because it's an unpopular thing because it's someone else's body. Don't touch someone else's body without their
back
permission.
in the day, nobody
they did care. They just felt pressured to not
exactly,
care.
exactly. They were able to get away with it because it was you couldn't complain about it.
Those fake belly things. It's not like it's freaking like a pillow. They are silicone. They feel like skin. They feel real. They're jiggly.
Yeah.
Like the boobies move.
Yeah. And besides that, so it was a fake pregnancy. She was wearing a fake pregnancy bump. She was like encouraging like things like a gender reveal.
She was wanting them to do things like do a gender reveal because she wasn't going to get to experience all the fun things of the pregnancy and having a kid. And they were wanting, like she was convincing them to include her. And so they convinced the couple to do a gender reveal. She was there. She wanted to be a part of it. And so they did this massive, really like cool gender reveal. And she was in it. Like she was there. This couple's family met this woman. Like they all met everyone.
Yeah.
She wrote her parents this lovely letter. And I mean, all these wonderful, loving things that would be the ideal situation for adopting a child from someone, because you kind of want to have a relationship and you want it to be somewhat good and you want this person to want to give you their child. Yeah. And it's like all the perfect scenario, everything was just so good. And like he had said, it felt sometimes too good to be true, but of course you want to accept it and keep going.
They would travel from Arizona to California for with the birthing coach. And
we convinced them she was like, I would rather y'all have the nursery ready because the doctor's telling me that this baby's going to come soon.
Baby, did you have a chance to look at it, the link of it?
No, but I did look up because I told you this happened in Houston recently.
Yeah, there was another situation that she found that happened in Houston.
It was about 6 months ago. It was in January.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the baby was supposed to be born in January.
Mm-hmm.
This was a different couple, but these people flew to Houston because they were supposed to be.
No, this was one of the other families?
Yes.
Yeah, because she had several going at one time.
And they had given her $10,000. Yeah. They had an adoption lawyer involved with identity checks and everything. And
that was the weird thing about this situation too. It was like, we had other like people involved and whatnot, but everybody was still getting fooled by this person because she kept saying these nice, great things.
It's almost like she had a script ready.
Yeah,
to send all
bills and all this stuff. And the people that arrived in they weren't from Houston; they were from Ohio. They were coming down to Houston because they were told the baby was delivering and come pick the baby up.
Yeah.
And it was all made up.
Yeah. And here's the problem that I had is this couple was like trying to almost confront her about this picture that sort of set them off. And they kind of figured all this out through a Facebook group through, prevent scams from adoption, blah, blah, blah. Because scams are quite common when considering surrogacy and adoption and stuff. It's not an uncommon situation. So when they figured this all out and they were doing this, what they did is they got together, they got this picture. There was a same picture where she had cropped from bust up and sent that to one family. Then she had cropped her whole body saying she was only 5 weeks to 6 weeks pregnant because she had no belly. Yeah. The full picture. But what was great, what got her caught was this vlogging family had given her a gift of a necklace. She was wearing the necklace in that photo. And
she claimed that she was tucking her stomach in.
Sucking it in. I've been pregnant 3 times. You've been pregnant. You can't suck that shit in.
It was at a certain week where it was like, you can't suck that in at 24 weeks or
no,
some
26 weeks.
With twins?
Yeah, with twins.
With twins.
Yeah.
Twins. Remember that Bud Light commercial? Twins.
You cannot suck in 26 weeks of twin pregnancy for a photo that just doesn't look like you're pregnant.
I knew some girls who could suck 20-something. No, never mind.
First of all, that's a different type.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And we're not there.
Okay.
That's how we get to this situation. Okay? We're not there yet.
No, because if you swallow the kids, then you won't get pregnant at all.
You only swallow some of them. It leads to other things. We all know this.
After dark. What's the new jingle? It's the rundown after dark.
Da da da.
Da da da.
So, like, that's how she kind of got caught in it.
Yeah.
But she kept trying to come up with all these excuses. And he was like, well, if you can give me a letter of authenticity.
After a while, they were asking for like
you being pregnant. She was like, yes, I can do this. So she went to like that forms.com, whatever that one website is, and basically falsified that as well.
Yeah.
She falsified
they were pretty much
ultrasound.
Googling like the images that they were like. She was sending images of
Google reverse search.
Of was it ultrasound?
You gotta watch Catfish so you can learn all the tricks on how to find these people.
Yeah. So they would use Google Images to figure out like, nope, this is from Google Images. Like, try again. Why are you falsifying this stuff? Yeah. So it got really bad.
It was just a massive.
There's
scam.
the image right there.
Yeah, that's the one. And you on this image that you could actually you purchased it for like $10.
Yeah.
And you could put in your own doctor. You could put in your date. You could put in all the information. So it's like a legit documentation of the ultrasound.
What I couldn't tell is like, were these couples? Did they like give her money? And
everybody gave her money.
Okay.
That's
I didn't read that in the article.
Working. Yeah.
I know that's how this. Yeah, but I didn't know if they did.
Everybody had given her money, and that's why she was doing things that made it seem like she wasn't going to bail. Like, first of all, most scams don't tell you to go into details like get the nursery ready. Let me be there for the gender reveal. They tend to be, a lot of scams will tend to be a step out, like a foot out, so that they can disappear quickly. She was being incredibly involved in these scams and creating situations. Now, she was using photos from the gender reveals of other families to go to the new families that she was trying to pull in, going, hey, my friends are throwing me this gender reveal. Here's pictures from this gender reveal.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't a pregnancy scam, but it was on TikTok. She's actually been indicted. Was a girl who was scamming people by saying that she had she was dying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she was scamming people for money.
I know
tons and tons of money.
I know someone who actually did that. It's a personal one for me. It happens to be my late wife's mother.
And this girl got enough people came forward, and she's being charged and whatever. Yeah. But it was people online watching it going, like, I'm a nurse, and she was taping like IV stuff to herself that they were like, that doesn't go there.
Yeah, that's not how they would do it.
She has like a regular piece of Scotch tape. Like, they're like, that's not how that works. She was trying to put like a feeding tube, but again, it wasn't. They were like, no, this is all wrong.
Yeah.
And people are stupid.
She scammed people for lots of money.
Now,
not the people that are falling for it. I'm just talking about the people who are stupid are the people who are doing it.
Yeah. I'm invested now. Like, wait, you said this was your late wife's mother?
Oh, she's a horrible human being. Horrible human being who caused so much trauma to all her children. So much so that she's an addict. So much so that she literally, the state of California actually forced her to get her tubes tied because she kept getting pregnant and having babies on meth.
Damn.
So the state of California forced her to tie her tubes so she would stop having children. She's an addict. She used my late wife's death to set up a GoFundMe to get money for her to come to the funeral that we did not have because we had a private family viewing and a private family situation, which she was not a part of because that one was not a part of my late wife's life in any sort of way. But she was telling people that she was trying to get to her daughter's funeral. And so she used a GoFundMe and was trying to get all this information and actually got money from people, scammed people into thousands of dollars to fly out to her daughter's funeral that didn't exist, that she wasn't invited to because she's not a part of her daughter's life because she was a horrible human being who truly does not deserve to breathe because of the shit she's done. It was bad. And these people, I don't, and I know that she's an addict, so I know her brain doesn't function normally. I know that her methods are purely selfish and they're for the purpose of her getting more drugs. I get that part. I understand that. But I can't fathom her rationalizing using one of her children's death as a way to scam people out of money. Yeah. Like, it enrages me. Like, the fury that comes through me when I think about it.
What did Rick James say? Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Yeah. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. But see, and it's just, there's people out there, like I'm sitting here trying to figure out the why behind this. Why is this girl going to so much effort to put through all these families? Like, why put these families? It feels cruel.
But it turned out that she was doing this to other people.
Yeah.
As well.
So to me, this feels like, did somebody hurt her to the point where she feels like she needs to, like, is she a hurt person hurting others because she's hurt? Like,
probably, most likely.
What happened to her to cause this? What happened to her for her to feel like?
What did it say? Hurt people. Hurt people.
Yes. No, it's a common phrase used all the time because it's true.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, what is it just because she's a cruel person, or is there some reason for her being this cruel person? Because I can rationalize into myself an understanding and a compassion and an empathy towards someone for doing something so horrible if there's a reason for it. But I can't rationalize or have compassion or empathy for just cruelty out of just cruelty's sake. And I don't understand what that is. And I guess that's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard for me to wrap my head around there being no why. And sometimes there's not a why.
Yeah.
So, and I hate that.
All I heard was
For me. That's all he heard was
That's
for me. I knew it. I was waiting. I saw the thing come up and I knew what he was going
For
to
me.
push. Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. There it is.
There
There
it
it
is.
is, people.
Emotional damage.
So much emotional damage. So much.
Hey guys, let us know what you guys think about what's going on with Della Vlog. That the whole situation is.
It's sad.
It's
It's
wild.
just sad.
I mean, traveling from Arizona to California with the birthing coach. Let's see. One of the last things was the woman had a couple of got the nurseries ready for the twins. It's because she's claimed that they could come early. Della, the couple spoke with another couple who said that they had information on scammers, and they posted on Facebook group to find out that the scammer. About the scammer, and they got a lot of hits on Facebook that this same person was scamming other people. So it's a whole shit show with that person. I don't know if they've been arrested or anything like that. I didn't dive too deep into it, but it's wild. Let us know what you guys think about that, and let's just share your thoughts on it in the comment section, or maybe we might talk about it on an upcoming We Got Your Mail. Let's move on to the reviews part of the show. Me and Joy are gonna laugh at Tabatha over here because Tabatha, she was all like, she's such a great mother. She attended her daughter's graduation.
Not my daughter's, my sister's.
Oh, sis, I'm sorry.
Granted, she's a year younger than my oldest daughter.
What? So your parents was like getting it in, huh?
Yeah,
Woo!
Yeah. My stepmom and my dad got it on after I got it on. And so my oldest daughter, Sage, is a year older than my youngest sibling.
Yeah.
And
God damn!
Brianna graduated yesterday, and we went to her graduation. So I didn't get to go to the preview of The Little Mermaid.
I got advanced tickets to see
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid. We got press passes because we're a part of the press, and we get these nice passes where we don't have to wait in line, and we get in there. And then at the last minute, Tabatha was like, "I can't go because my sister's graduating."
I got the info for my sister's graduation, like.
So wait. What did you hear about first? Did you hear about the Little Mermaid first, or the graduation first?
Little Mermaid first.
So technically, you should have canceled on the graduation to go to see the Little Mermaid.
First of all, no.
But no, because
No.
she right here.
Yeah.
This is, if you've ever seen the Fast and the Furious, this is Vin Diesel, Eric
Family
Toretto.
first.
Everything is about
Family first.
family.
Yeah, family first.
So
I am a family first person, and it was my freaking little sister's graduation. I was so proud of her, and so yeah.
So she was like, for me,
For me,
I'm
going to the graduation.
She called me on the phone. She was like, Chris,
I know you invited me to go see the Little Mermaid, but for me,
Yeah. No.
I need to go to my sister's graduation.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
This
I was
is her voice. This is literally her voice.
First of all, I don't talk like that.
She like,
Second of all,
it's business. I'm such a lesbian.
no, I was so nervous.
I went
about him
down on
being
my wife
upset
and
that
I came
sent
up
him a
looking like-
picture of it coming in the mail and the invitation because I was like, I just got the invitation.
Yeah.
I was like, here's the photo.
No, yeah, no. Here's Tab. This is my impression of Tabitha. I'm such a lesbian. I went down on her and I came up looking like a glazed donut because
I mean,
for me.
Often, Jess is on this live, so
For me.
a little
Sorry about
a little midday snack.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be disrespectful, Jess. I'm sorry, Jess.
Yeah,
I've been waiting to meet you, Jess.
Yeah,
I've been
she's on this live.
Wait, are you? Wait, is she on the YouTube live or is she on the?
She's on my.
She's on TikTok.
TikTok live.
Yeah, Tabitha's is currently on TikTok and here on YouTube as
Yeah,
well.
I got
So,
both going.
Jess, I've been trying
I'm a multitasker.
I invited Tabitha and Jess to come with us to see The Little Mermaid,
he
and
really
Tabitha canceled because she's afraid for me to meet Jess
Actually, no. I'm
because she knows what I'm gonna say.
What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna say, for me.
Actually, I'm more afraid of like what Jess is sharp. Y'all two together is gonna be a problem.
Me and Jess, I can feel it. Like
Jess
our
is
energy,
sharp.
we will take over the universe.
She's sharp, yeah.
And
She's
you're a hater, and you were trying to keep us apart
I am.
because you know our energy.
I don't want y'all to fall in love. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
There was an episode of Seinfeld where Kramer and this first it was like a hardcore like lesbian. They fell in love. Like we're gonna fall in love. Yeah, you're afraid of that.
I'm legit afraid of you and Jess falling in love. Yes.
Yeah.
So I got to keep y'all separate for as long
Yeah.
as I possibly can.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, this woman right here would, she doesn't look like she would throw down, but yeah, have you ever seen Everything Everywhere All at Once? Kung Fu straight up. She would Joy is the master of Pinky Kung Fu.
Yeah. So like for real. So there's this ongoing joke between Jess and I about if anything happens, Stabby Tabby will come out.
Stabby Tabby. Who the fuck is that?
That's the scary version of me. So yeah, we don't invoke Stabby Tabby.
So if you and Joy ever caught me and Jess like
It would be Stabby Tabby
making
time.
out, yeah,
It would be Stabby Tabby time.
And
Kung Fu Joy.
Kung Fu Joy would come out like it would go down, yeah. All right, so yeah, there you go, Jess. It's not gonna happen. Okay. And then
You will get to meet her though this weekend. She's gonna be at Comapalooza.
Ooh.
Yeah. I did tell her she didn't have to dress up though because she was very anxious about. She's like, "Do I have to dress?" I was like, "No, you don't. It's fine."
No, you do.
Yeah.
You have to dress up like Bruce Willis from The Fifth Element. That's your costume.
Actually, she really could pull that off very well.
You be Bruce Willis. I will be Ruby Robb. Like
It's gonna be great.
From Frosting Paradise. Ruby Ride here. Yeah, that's gonna be me, and then Joy is going to be the flight attendant that Ruby Ride banged in the airport. Yeah,
we gotta get a picture of y'all somewhere where you're laying back and your legs are going up and
Yes.
he's like in between you.
Yes.
I need that.
Yes. Yes. Tabitha gets me. That's 100% why I told Joy to dress up like that flight attendant, because
funny.
I'm gonna go to Comapalooza and go and bang her during the event.
I like it.
Joy's like, I didn't sanction this. That's
I do not
100% going to happen. While Tabitha is like keeping people away from that, whatever that room is that we're in. Like,
I know, right?
Stay out, stay away.
Guys,
you know,
I'm really good at keeping people out of
Yeah.
things. I got
like
this.
she's gonna put a police tape while me and Joy handle that back in the thing. Anyway, I got the Little Mermaid. We said all that shit about
The Little
during the Little Mermaid.
Review.
Okay, so me and Joy, we saw The Little Mermaid yesterday. We had a press screening. We got invited from Disney to see The Little Mermaid early. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat. I mean, it's 100. If you've seen the animated version, it's pretty much the same movie brought to life. There are some differences. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I mean, there's no point to say that this is a spoiler-free or spoiler, because if you saw the Little Mermaid animation, you've seen this movie too. There's only like subtle differences, but let's talk about like our enjoyment of it. Because I invited this person right here, my play cousin right here, over here, who I cut for, and I have her back like a chiropractor, and she betrayed me.
I did.
Because she had to go to her sister's graduation. I say it like that because I don't buy it. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, she didn't come with us. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't matter. I mean, if everything we're about to say right now, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, you've seen it. If you've seen The Little Mermaid,
You've seen it.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
There's only like any little difference. It won't matter.
To be honest,
it's
the
still
little-
good to go see this
where
movie.
they said they changed words. Didn't notice.
You didn't notice
Yeah.
the difference.
Oh.
Sweet. Then I'm just gonna be
it
belting
was-
that shit out in
Yeah,
the
it's basic-
auditorium and getting it on.
It's basically what you saw on the animation brought to life.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
it's the same thing.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy watching it?
Oh, it was great.
Okay, good.
It was really good.
I was surprised. I was like, and the guy that I was sitting next to, I could tell he was one of those guys who was like, oh God, I didn't want to come to this. But his wife or his girlfriend that was sitting next to him, she was all into
Yeah.
it. He didn't want to be there, but she did, and I could tell from the vibe that was going on with him. But and it's one of those. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, guys, if you're in a relationship, your girlfriend or wife, whatever the situation is, and she's all into the Little Mermaid, go. Even if it's not your type of movie, if you're not gonna enjoy it, it doesn't matter. Go, because after that movie, I'm gonna tell you what happened afterwards. This one right here, like let me tell you, she was in a situation where she was like, I'm gonna call you Eric. I'm gonna call me Ariel. Yeah, this one right here.
over
Yeah,
here giving him a face
it
like-
got her so hyped up and ready. Yeah, like, she was so all over me when like I'm telling you, go. But no, for real. But
It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna get somebody to call me Eric.
yeah. Now she would be Eric in this situation. Yeah, or
Eric.
I don't know, Eric or Ariel. I don't know. I don't know the logistics.
I could be both.
But
It's called a switch.
I did enjoy it.
Good.
I thought I was like, because I liked The Little Mermaid and loved The Little Mermaid original, and when I watched it, I was like, Haley Bailey, she did a great job.
She did do a great job.
Portraying Ariel.
I'm really excited to see it still
Some of-
because it's like it is
I've
really my favorite Disney movie.
Seen it a million times, and
That's one of your
still
favorite
cried at
Disney movies.
This one, so
Oh.
My wife does not really like cartoons, but she loved The Little Mermaid.
But
so.
Melissa McCarthy as the Sea Witch I'm dying to see how she does.
she did a fantastic job. She really did. I told Chris probably that I saw a lot of prior to this coming out where there were a lot of people that were like would have been very fitting to have a drag queen.
Oh, that
And it
would
really
happen. It
would
would
because
happen.
because Ursula is
Because
based on a drag queen.
Correct.
So over the top and the makeup and
Yeah.
everything that would have been, but Melissa did a fabulous
Yeah.
Yeah.
job.
When I was a kid, I thought Ursula was based on a black woman, but and they said no, it was based on a drag queen. When a lot of drag queens are mannerisms are based on black women. So I was but anyway, but.
I think that there's some validity to that. I would have to do some research on it because there's so much research in the drag world that I don't know of that I can't speak eloquently on. But I think that you're correct that
Yeah.
drag women a lot of them were based off of black women.
Yeah,
And the persona and the flamboyance of it, and the characterization of sort of the culture and things like that.
Which is why when I was a kid, I did, not knowing anything about that, I assumed Ursula was based on a black woman, and so it made all that made sense to me. So like the little things like when she said things like life's full of hard choices, ain't it? I thought when I was a little kid, I was like, that's a black woman saying that.
Yeah.
But a drag woman
is an exaggerated form of that. Yeah.
It was the same thing. Yeah. So I like now that I know it made sense.
Yeah.
But so I accepted it. So I wrote down some notes on the things that I liked and I did not like. I said like I like the eels. You remember the eels? Ursula's eels. I like the eels in the cartoon. I like the eels in the cartoon better than I like the
eels in the movie.
In the movie.
Okay.
I mean, the only reason why is because in the cartoon movie, they had more. They had lines. They spoke and whatnot. In the movie, they don't. They're just there. And they do the same things, but they don't speak
about it.
But I like the fact that in the cartoon they spoke.
Well, they were convincing her to come and stuff like that. Yeah.
Ursula loved them just the same as she did in the cartoon and in the movie.
Ooh, did they do the little people that she turned? Did they show that? No.
No. Actually, I was looking for that. But they kind of showed you that that was going on. But no, they didn't show it. But they showed that was going on.
Yeah.
But if you
I would have loved to have seen that in some sort of live action way.
Because in the cartoon, I love seeing those
little creepy
twig little like
they didn't do it with King Triton when she.
Yeah. They showed it when King Triton
he
got
basically looked like he died.
Made his
really?
They made it look like he died instead of being turned into one of those things. Those little twig because in
they look like baby Groots.
Yeah, exactly. Because in this version, the 2023 version of it, you saw them trying to stop Ariel from going to when she was first going to the Ursula. They tried to stop her. And if you saw the cartoon, you knew what that was about. It was like, no, don't go. No, like, she's going to trick you. Don't go. But they didn't explain that in the live action movie. It was just these things that were trying to stop her from going to see Ursula. But yeah.
I can't wait to see it. I'm wholeheartedly still really wanting to watch it. Like it's really
when I saw the trailer, the guy who they got for Eric.
Yeah,
he looks like the cartoon.
Perfect fit.
Does he really?
Perfect fit. He looked like Eric. But there was a scene in the movie where he had a solo song.
They wrote a song for him that's totally original.
Okay.
I totally did not need that. It reminded me of did you see Aladdin, the remake, the live action Aladdin? Remember when Princess Jasmine had her solo, that song that she sung? It wasn't in the animation, but it was in the live action.
I'm trying to remember what it sounded like. But
exactly. It was like that. It was that. It was definitely. It was unrememberable. It was forgettable because
he had a lovely voice. He sang well.
He sang it well.
There really wasn't a purpose.
Exactly. I could have done without it. It was like Disney was trying to be like, let's add these extra songs to get extra money.
They wanted it to not be an hour and 20-minute.
It didn't work
like the animated.
They didn't want it to be a frame for frame.
It did not need to be 2 hours long.
Yeah.
They could have shaved 20, 30 minutes out of it.
Yeah.
It did not need to be, but here the things that they did add to it was great. Like Sebastian and Aquafina. Aquafina plays Scuttle. Remember the seagull?
Oh, yeah.
Stupid bird.
Yeah,
Scuttle was a boy in the animation.
First of all, she's amazing, Aquafina.
But Aquafina was Scuttle was a girl.
Scuttle was the comic relief in the cartoon, so that makes perfect sense.
When I heard her voice, and I was like, oh, that's Aquafina. I was like, oh, I wonder how this is going to go. Scuttle was one of the best things about that movie.
I love that. I love that so much.
And as goofy as he was,
you do realize that that's a theme though for her.
Yeah,
Aquafina. That's a theme for every character she plays. Every character she plays is supposed to be a minor character, but because her personality is so big and her comedic drive and timing is so perfect
Yeah.
that she seems to always be the character that is prominent
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah.
The Asian movie, oh my God, Crazy Rich Asians.
Mm-hmm.
Her character in that was a still the show character as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I
And
remember
she
that.
was a sidekick character.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
she did great.
They wrote an original rap for her to sing.
Oh,
and it
God.
was hilarious.
There's a song.
Oh,
There's a
come on,
song
wait.
in the. Ooh,
Sorry, guys.
get
That
it.
was me.
you got it. Yeah, the light didn't turn off. It's right there.
I gotta
Yeah.
fix it.
So there's a song in the new version. There's a song called, and I know they released it, but there's a song in the new version called Scuttlebutt.
Wait, what?
Because that's like an old timey slang for the gossip, the tea,
The
scuttlebutt.
the scuttlebutt.
I did not know this.
I didn't know that either. But when you hear the song, you get what scuttlebutt means.
Okay.
So Scuttle sings a song called Scuttlebutt, and that was obviously written by what's his name?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, who Disney seems to love him because that's the guy who created the play, the New York Broadway play Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
And he's
He
been
wrote
a lot of.
rearranged and
Well,
the other
he's-
songs, and then he did the original.
He did
stuff with
Moana.
this.
He's got a gift for it.
He like his rap style from Hamilton, Moana, and they hired him for. When I was watching the movie, I was like, where is he gonna come into? Scuttlebutt is when you really hear his influence.
Gotcha.
Because she raps the way he
It's his
writes
flow.
rap. That's his flow.
Yeah. That
And
makes sense.
It was when when Scuttle starts to sing this rap song, I was like, I like this song. It was one of the first times when the live action version, when they added something new, I was like, I like this song. Scuttlebutt from Scuttle was funny as hell. I liked it.
Sebastian, he was comic relief
Yeah.
in the original, and he still is.
It's comic
very,
relief,
Very cute.
yeah.
And
very
I
funny.
made that a note. Sebastian and Awkwafina as Scuttle were great. They were some of the best parts of the movie.
Nice.
To me, I love Sebastian and Scuttle.
We added in, some these original things to make it longer, but I was disappointed that we added all this original stuff and we couldn't keep the doggone French chef chasing Sebastian around.
What? That's not in it? I
They-
love
they-
that. movie.
They announced some of the things that weren't going to be in this movie. The French chef was one of the things that was in
Why?
it. But she didn't see it. But I saw the French chef was there.
He had no lines though.
He had no. You saw him from behind.
He doesn't say he.
No, there's no
They
song.
didn't. They
there's
didn't want to.
nothing.
They didn't want to show that scene. Another thing that's not in the movie, like in the song "Poor Unfortunate Souls,"
No, the
that
song
song
is
is
there.
there. The
Oh,
song
the
is
song's
there.
there.
But there's a part of the song that's not included. Remember when she was telling Ariel, like, if I take your voice away from you.
You have to use body language.
Exactly.
Yes.
You have your
Body
voice,
language.
your pretty
Yeah,
face,
they took
and
that
don't
out.
forget the
Yes,
influence
it's
of
a
body
body
language.
language.
That was cut out.
Oh.
And because it
Very sexual.
It sent the image that you as a minor would have
Yeah.
to use your
sexuality
sexuality
to
to
get
get
your
this
way.
guy to
Yeah.
kiss you. So they took that out of the
Okay,
movie.
I can get behind this.
And when
can
I
get-
watched the movie, I didn't notice it. I was like, okay. I was like, I didn't think of it until after I already saw it. But so it didn't matter that was taken out. But Poor Unfortunate Souls is in the movie, and Melissa
that
McCarthy,
song,
she did a great job as Ursula. She did a great
They
job.
changed it a little bit as well, that Ariel, she doesn't have her voice,
Mm-hmm.
but she also cannot remember that she's supposed to kiss Eric.
The spell
There's a
that
the
she cast on
spell
Ariel,
means-
they added for the live action. She added something
Okay,
to
well,
the
that
spell.
makes it a little hairy.
Like every time, like when she became human, anytime like the mission is get
Yeah.
the prince to kiss you.
She knew in the
s-
cartoon.
now the spell was you forget that you're supposed to make the kiss kiss
So,
you.
Did she? Now here's my question. Well, no, I don't want to. I don't want to know because I want to watch the movie.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if I spoil everything, it does not matter. The way they filmed this movie, it does not matter if you spoil on everything. Everything that happened in the animation technically happened in the movie. There's only subtle differences.
Her friends were there to help her get her kiss.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
and they still are.
Kiss
It's
the girl
just-
still happens.
It's just they're the
but the
only
whole
ones that
concept-
remember
yeah.
to keep telling her you're supposed to be getting kissed. And she
So
just keeps forgetting.
The thing though that I think is interesting though, because in the cartoon, kind of one of the arguments for the consensual aspect of Eric to just kiss the girl was that Ariel wanted it. She knew that she needed to have a kiss from Eric.
Yeah.
So she was trying to be prepped
She was trying in the
for
animation.
this kiss,
but
so
and-
that it
but-
was consensual. But if now she doesn't know she's wanting to
Yeah.
kiss, and now there's this like just kiss the girl concept.
Well, they specifically say, because it's supposed to be that Eric obviously can't understand
the animals.
them speaking.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be that it's, we're using nature just like before. But they specifically say, we don't want Ariel to be able to hear what we're doing. We just want them to be happy to be
Together and
so
kiss.
that it's just
it needs to be a natural kiss.
yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
don't let her know. Be very careful that she can't tell that it's us doing all of this
Yeah.
stuff.
But
Okay.
the same thing's pretty much happened. She still almost gets the kiss, during the kiss the girl scene.
Yeah, when they are in the boat.
And-
the eels.
Yeah.
I thought that was even during the animation before the live action. I always thought that scene was funny because to me it was like, she was like, because Ursula's plan was like, if I take her voice, then she won't be able to get that kiss from the prince. But she almost, without even trying, they almost still fell in love with
Okay.
because they were meant to be together.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Ursula was pissed, was like, damn, that was close.
Yeah, and that's when she goes and turns
I
into
was
the
joking
girl.
with Joy. I was like, in a modern world, it'd be like, oh, that little slut
I know.
almost got. She
They did a
convinced the
very,
prince.
I don't know who that girl is, but they did a very good job casting Vanessa, the evil.
the form that Ursula took to pretend to be the girl that
Yeah.
saved Eric.
Yeah.
Vanessa.
They picked a very good Vanessa.
She looked exactly like the cartoon version.
Really?
Because
She was
in the
very
cartoon version,
evil.
she looked like Ariel a little bit, but
But
she
she
was
looked like a
different.
bitchy
She had-
version of
She had
Ariel.
brunette hair and
yeah.
all that.
This one, she doesn't
I assumed
obviously look
that they would
anything
get.
like her. She
I-
looks
I
like Vanessa
assumed-
from the cartoon.
Yeah,
So
she looked
funny.
exactly like the cartoon. I assumed that they would get Haley Bailey's sister because Haley Bailey has a sister. They sing together.
People
I thought
frequently confuse them for being twins.
because
but they're not twins.
I assumed that they would have gotten her to play that part
Mm-hmm.
because she looks like her sister and all that. But no, they went to the cartoon
version.
They got her, and that
That's
part.
funny
that
because
part was
I always thought that she looked literally like a bitchy version
of Ariel.
of Ariel.
Yeah,
Well, in the cart,
and they
in the
exactly
animated
what they
version.
Yeah,
did.
and they animated it because like they
it's
even
the same voice.
And in the live
Yeah.
action, that's
Jodie-
exactly
Jodie
what they got.
Benson
That's so
voiced
funny.
Both characters.
Like,
But-
yeah, she was a bitch. She was like when Ariel was stormed and was trying to confront it. She was like she was. Ursula was like no, stay away from her. Like
Yeah.
Ursula. It was good. What do we say? Sebastian and Aquafina were good together.
Yep.
I liked Sebastian and
King
King Triton. So that's two times I mentioned Sebastian. I liked Haley Bailey's performance as Ariel. Whether you like the fact that a black woman played Ariel, whatever, I don't give a shit. She crushed it as Ariel. She's a superstar.
Did you see her sing the song live?
Every time she sung in the movie,
Did you get
I got
chills?
emotional.
Yeah. Aw.
She
I love
sung
that
the
so
song.
much.
She made it her own.
Yeah.
She added emotion to the song more than what the cartoon did.
And
But
the live action version is very multicultural.
yeah.
I love that.
Everybody is
Of
all
course.
colors of the rainbow.
Yeah.
When we went home, I talked about that because before the movie, I was like, "This movie is about a French prince and blah blah blah." Like Ariel's black. I'm not with the woke blah 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 people, but even I thought, how are they gonna explain how this French prince and whatnot and is falling in love with this black woman and when she becomes? But they explained it without explaining it, just like Bridgerton
Yeah.
and Hamilton.
There's like a way.
It's the world is multicultural.
Yeah.
Race does not matter. Like the kingdom that Prince Eric is the prince of is a multicultural. What did I call it? I said it's like it was a Hamilton type world. or
You
all,
said it was
it was a
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton type world. That makes it because Prince Eric's parents were not. I don't think they were shown in the cartoon.
No.
They showed them.
I'm pretty sure they were assumed dead in the cartoon.
That's what I assumed.
In this one, the father is dead. But
No, they didn't mention it in the cartoon.
No, it was assumed they were. Most Disney movies, when they've got a
Mo-
prince
yeah.
and a princess, it's
It's,
assumed
it's
that
always
the parents,
it's assumed the mom is always dead. The mom. It's always.
but they're assumed dead.
But
for
in
Prince
this,
Eric.
but in this one, the mother was alive. They showed the mother.
Oh, okay.
But
And
it's
she
also
was-
stated they found him. He's basically adopted.
Yeah, he was.
Oh.
Yeah,
He's not by.
And
He's
it-
not a blood prince.
Not so. Not only is Prince Eric
not of royal
a
blood.
royal boy, but he was adopted. But he was adopted by a queen and who was black.
Oh, okay.
So because I
So that does explain then the
why he was okay with marrying a mermaid
And
who was black. I was like, well, his mama's black.
King Triton's all the daughters are all different Indian.
I love that.
They're the princesses of all the seven
different areas
seas.
of the seas.
Well, in the
And
cartoon,
each princess,
they kind of do
they,
that. They do
did
that
look
through
different.
color.
They
and
did look like
do
they
it
were different
through-
races.
Yeah.
Yeah. They still did that, and it made sense. You're all my daughters from all the seven seas, and you're all different races. So
I love it.
So I guess
I can't wait
with
to see
Triton,
it.
It's really good.
I guess it depends on when he got down
Yeah.
with his wife. Like, let's go to this ocean and make a
I mean,
black baby.
he
Let's
is-
go to this ocean
he
and
is
make an
a
Asian
fish
baby.
after
It
all.
very much seems, to be honest, that Grimsby
Yeah,
wants to get with Mama Queen.
yeah.
I mean, they are always saying there's other fish in the sea. So the man's just proving the point that there's other fish in the freaking sea.
I called Prince Eric's kingdom. It was a kingdom of what did I call it? The kingdom of diversity. It felt like his kingdom felt like France, Louisiana French, Creole.
Oh, yeah, that's
A mix
awesome.
between Jamaica,
Caribbean,
the
yeah,
Caribbean,
yeah.
Samoa and Island. It felt like that because in the movie they said that his kingdom was an island.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
an island.
So I call it the island of diversity.
Okay,
Because
I dig it.
when you saw the people, they were black, they were Asian, they were white, it was everybody.
I love that so
So
much.
it didn't. So because when I went in, I was like, how are you gonna explain that this French prince is gonna fall in love with a black girl?
Yeah.
But his mama's black. Everybody in the island was Asian,
different,
black.
yeah.
That's something. It was an island of
So it was
diversity.
normalcy. It was just a normalcy.
Which
yeah.
is why a bunch of people
Yeah.
were like, woke. So they didn't.
Why is this so bad?
Yeah,
For
this
Christ's sakes.
all mermaids that don't exist should be white.
Yeah, like it's a freaking fish,
it's a
man. It's a
fucking
half
mermaid,
It's
yeah.
a half human, half fish
Yeah.
thing that doesn't exist.
Yeah, but they without explaining it, they explain
I love
it
that.
perfectly.
Well, I got to see the movie.
Yeah,
So.
and like I could tell you every spoiler right now. It won't matter because 99% of
No,
what
it's one of those that you can just watch over and over.
yeah,
It's-
99% of what happened in the movie happened in the cartoon.
Yeah, yeah.
There was some subtle difference. I'm not gonna tell. Now the ending.
Don't tell me anything.
I'm not gonna tell you what happened.
Don't tell
But
me.
there was. I will say this. There was a change that I appreciated. I liked it better in the live action than I liked in the movie. And after you see it, we'll talk about it. There's
Okay,
something
perfect.
that's something that happened, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay.
Sebastian was great.
You already
We
said all of it.
there-
We did everything.
Okay. Well, you know what? I got it in the notes, but I'm not gonna mention it.
Yeah, we
All right.
did everything.
Okay. What's next? Okay.
It was Barbie.
Barbie.
So we saw the Barbie trailer.
It was a good trailer.
My voice just broke right there.
It's because it was Barbie. It made you go through puberty.
It actually helped me because all the stills that people have been
yeah,
showing
we
me
couldn't understand
really
what the storyline was going
didn't
to be.
interest me.
Yeah.
But to let me see the trailer where you actually gave me a point,
And
and
I
was like,
liked
That's
it.
cute. That's
I
really
liked
cute.
the I
like it."
liked the where they were taking the story. And my favorite thing, you got this picture up, was the joke that they
She's
brought
like, my feet are
flat, and they were like
Yeah.
all
Let's
freaked
break.
out.
Let's break down this trailer real quick. When this trailer began, it was like you see right here the foot that's up, even if her shoe is not on it,
Well, because yeah, Barbie.
It's Barbie.
her
always
foot
like
is
that.
permanently up.
That's how they are.
That was great. Let me
I
continue.
should have brought at least partial amounts of the Barbies I have in my home.
Yeah, and then they got to this part. See, right here, Barbie seems to be magic. She jumps off the roof of her house, and she just magically floats down to her Barbie dream car.
And so, like, I like that they were like, she's like, well, these things keep happening. I fell off my roof.
Yeah. Yeah. So the beginning of the trailer is like it's all the magic that's happening with Barbie. Every day is a sunset. Every day is a party and whatnot. Babe, what did you think about when you saw?
I was laughing at the mug shots.
Oh, we'll get to that later. Like every picture that I show right here is gonna get that
there. Like they're doing the I like how they were like showing like the different kind of styles of Barbie. Like it was like disco Barbie as they're dancing on the thing.
Yeah, every day is great. Everything is warm.
Great.
Everything is beautiful. I'll keep playing it.
Yes. That's how they're dancing.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, their arms are stuck.
Oh god,
their arms are stuck like that. I thought that was just the dance.
Barbie arms.
Then Barbie herself was like we ever thought about like our deaths or something like that? What did she say?
She goes, have you ever thought about death or dying?
Yeah, and that stops the whole party. That was crazy. Like to the point where Barbie is becoming like self-aware, like the concept of cold showers and things like that. Her perfect Barbie world is like collapsing or it's changing or it's coming to the real world. What that made me think about.
This is my favorite scene ever. This is brilliant. This is brilliant.
What that made me think about was that the fact that like little girls who like when they grow up, like the real reality is like setting in. That was starting to feed into Barbie. Like the little girls are not the same like little girls from like the 50s anymore.
Well, it's not even that. I think that the concept that they're really trying to, in my mind, this is my theory, the concept that they're portraying is this, everything's great, everything's wonderful, and then you're getting doses of reality as you grow up. It's these little, like, the shower can get cold. Yeah. Holy shit. There's not an endless amount of hot water.
And this scene right here, my heel touched the ground.
It's flat. And they're all like, flat feet.
Oh my God. My heel touched the ground. Yeah. So they explain that like Barbie's world is starting to, is for some unknown reason, was starting to collapse. So So she gets told to go to the real world.
Kate McKinnon's like, do you want the heel or the
oh my God. That was, and she's like the Barbie with her hair cut off and shit. And I was dying.
Like, I want the heel. She's like,
yeah, right there.
Yes. Look at the Birkin. I'm like, are we trying to make Barbie a lesbian? What are we doing?
Like she's like reality Barbie right here. It's like pick the heel and stay in the fake world, or you can pick the flat and go into the real world. No, she goes
pick the Birkin, and then she's like,
I'm gonna pick the heel.
She goes, no, let's try this again.
The movie. We're only 30 minutes into the movie. You gotta pick the flat. So I thought that was funny in the trailer.
This is literally what the Barbies look like in my house.
And then when she goes to the real world, right there, she gets arrested right off the bat. She punches the dude.
Yep.
Because
he slapped
her on the ass.
I'm like, first of all, why is she getting arrested?
Because she punched him.
He assaulted her first.
Yeah, but
she's like, well, everybody's looking.
I'm sure
she goes, why is everybody looking at us?
Yeah. That was funny as hell. But the funny to me though, but for me, the funny part was this. The fact that Ken was...
Oh, my God.
Ken doesn't seem to grasp what Barbie is grasping.
No. And then, like, him in the hospital talking to the doctor.
We're going to get to that. It's going in order. We're going to get to that later. But so far, Ken doesn't seem to grasp what's going on.
Will Ferrell.
This was the part that made me worried. Because it's like...
Did you hear the really pivotal things, though, that he said? We can't stop until we put this doll back in her box.
Yeah, she's...
And I was like,
Barbie is now...
is so pivotal now.
Barbie is now in the real world. We have to put her back in the box.
Yeah.
Wasn't this the same... Almost like... This was almost the same plot as the Lego movie. Will Ferrell was also in the Lego movie, and it was a similar situation where... The Lego character comes into the real world and
stop trying to make a man's fit into a woman's victimhood. Okay.
Peter Lane says it sounds like Pleasantville.
It's
oh my God!
A little
That is
bit, yeah.
exactly what this trailer reminds me of.
It's the same. The storyline is very similar in that concept.
Very similar to
of being
Pleasantville.
exposed to the real world and kind of coming into your own. It's a whole
Their
concept of coming to
1950
your
black
own.
and white movie.
Yeah, it's a whole concept of coming into your own. But I think this one is honestly, in my opinion,
Didn't a character in Pleasantville have an orgasm for the first time and made a tree explode?
into fire. Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, do y'all not experience
Have
that
I
every
ever
time you
given
have
it?
an
Have
orgasm?
I ever done that to you,
'Cause
babe?
I got no bushes in my garden anymore.
Exploding
Wait,
tree.
what? Took me a while to catch that. What? I got no bushes in my garden anymore.
I thought everybody experienced fires when they orgasmed.
Tabatha Jordan, the devourer of bush.
This is a very true statement. It's a very, very true statement. I don't even deny it.
Yeah, that's my sinister smile right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I am a devourer.
She is the
I am
what?
a devourer of bush.
Clip that. I'm gonna put that. Oh, guys, I forgot to. If you see something or hear something funny in the during the stream, say clip that.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it
clip
reminds me to make a clip of that. I'm definitely gonna clip that.
Yeah, definitely clip that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is a devourer of the bush.
Not the bush, of bush.
Yeah. So clip that. Anywho, what were we talking about? About a fashion about a
Barbie.
fashion show?
Yeah.
So yeah, like Will Ferrell's character from the Lego movie reminded me like it was almost the same thing. I know it's different, but I'm like this seemed like the situation where Mattel knows that their Barbie can travel back and forth to the real world, and they're trying to keep that under wraps. Like Barbie needs to stay in the Barbie world so they can continue to make money or whatever, blah blah blah. But that was something else that I thought it just reminded me of the Lego movie.
And look, I don't think that that's a problem, honestly. I think that this is a more centric around a female main character, which needs to not be applied to any other movies. This is a female main character who is having to come into her own, and where the man, which is literal in this sense, is trying to put her back in the box, which is very pivotal for today's climate.
Did you see this part of the trailer right here where Barbie was escaping from Mattel and all those guys from the cubicles were like diving trying to get it, and she kept getting away. This was the most Harley Quinn moment of the trailer. She looked like Harley Quinn in this situation to me when she's escaping from Mattel and they're diving at her.
I just think the whole freaking thing is hilarious.
Yeah.
I really do. My favorite scene wholeheartedly was the foot scene, and then Ryan Gosling in the hospital with the doctor. That was hilarious.
Oh yeah, we're about to get to that. That was crazy.
This
Yeah,
one,
right
this
here.
one.
Like, oh
can
my
I
God.
speak to a doctor?
So Ken is a sexist. He's arguing with a female doctor. Like, let me talk to a real doctor.
No. He was like, "Can I do this procedure?" And she's like, "No, you're
No.
not a doctor."
Like,
and he's like, "Well, can I talk to a doctor?"
He's like,
about
just
this?"
give me a pen and a
You are
clipboard.
already-
And she's like, "I am a doctor," and he goes, "Just give me something sharp."
Yeah, give me a clicky pen and something sharp. I can.
And he goes, "Oh, there's a doctor. And
There's
it's
a-
actually male
It was,
nurse."
it was a man. It's like, oh, there's a real doctor. I was like, oh shit, Ken's a sexist.
And his rhinestone cowboy.
I know, and his pink bandana and his like freaking like fringe, like yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that's gonna make this movie 10 times funnier. The fact
gonna be so
that he's
good.
a traditional 50s Ken, where he's a sexist. He's like, oh, so Barbie is able to be astronaut Barbie, president Barbie, and stuff like that. But any other woman, no, you can't be a doctor.
Yeah.
A man. I was like, this is gonna be funny.
But
as
that's
hell.
because he's in love with her,
Yeah, like
and his misogyny is blinded.
she keeps dangling the pussy for her.
I mean, sometimes that works. What are you gonna do?
That's why Ken is so hard on for Barbie, because she hasn't let him hit yet.
True.
G.I. Joe though has
I mean-
smashed so many times.
So many,
So many.
especially if it was G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
G.I. Jane did it good.
Quit trying to make lesbians happen. It's G.I. Joe.
It's G.I. Jane. Yeah. G.I.
G.I.
Jane
Joe
did
went
it.
so deep.
So did G.I. Jane for longer.
How?
She strapped that sucker on.
G.I. Joe doesn't need accessories.
That's okay. His accessories don't last as long as G.I. Jane's.
Semantics. Anywho. Because I knew she was going to go there. It doesn't last as long. Yeah, I know. Joyce told me plenty of times. Oh, God. That's
it?
That's not how Yeah. What was that song? What a man. It's like you say, that's not it.
No, she did. Yeah, she did say that.
Anywho, yeah. God. Yeah. Stay woke, kings. Stay woke.
Stay woke.
All right. What's the next thing? All right. Yeah. You told us about something. A Netflix show called FUBAR, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So
I wanted to screen this early, but I didn't ask. I didn't get it. So
I'm still very new in the show. I'm still in the very beginning of it, and it's actually pretty funny. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's on a Netflix show. It's on Netflix called FUBAR, and he's sort of a CIA agent. And he's got a family life. He's got a CIA agent life, and he's trying to retire. And it's kind of a comedic take on it, and I really like seeing Arnold in these comedic roles. I think he does really well in those.
His first scripted like TV type.
Yeah,
show.
Yeah.
And it's funny so far. It's cheesy funny, but good cheesy funny so far. It hasn't been boring, and it hasn't been too much or like kind of cringe yet. So I've enjoyed it. I've really been enjoying the show, and I don't want to give you too much of the details away because there's some pivotal things that are told to you in the very first episode that kind of set you up for the storyline. And I think you're supposed to discover them as you watch it.
Right.
So I don't want to say anything about that, but it's interesting so far. So I really like it. I'm excited to see where it goes.
I'm excited to see it too. Cause it's a comedy, like you said. It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
It's funny.
It's definitely a comedy. Yeah,
so
for sure.
I know Joy loves.
And there's a
comedies.
lot of famous people in there. Like
so some cameos in it.
There's a lot of famous people in it, like wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I don't know how long they're gonna last in the show. Like if they're a pivotal role that continues. But there's a lot of famous people in it. So
this is the FUBAR so far because you haven't finished.
I have no. I'm not even close to being finished.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really cute.
it's a comedy about like a spy.
He's a CIA agent and he's trying to retire.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm gonna leave it because that's sort of the setup for the first episode.
Is there any? Have you seen? Is there any moment where he says, "Get to the chopper"?
There is a moment in the preview where he actually does say that. So, yeah, which is kind of great.
So
he's even making fun of himself.
Yeah,
I think it's
I like that.
You have to.
So they're going into the Schwarzeneggerisms in this series. Then I'm gonna watch it. I wanted I had an opportunity to try to request from Netflix like last month to see this series before it debuted, when it debuted at the end of this month. But I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
So I was trying to screen it way
earlier, but yeah.
I would have given you access to it so we can screen it earlier.
Yeah, but I
forgot
through
about
the cracks.
it. And when you told me that you saw it, and I was like, oh shit, I wanted to see, because I saw the trailer. I was like, this looks funny. And I was like, this looks like something that Joy would like.
Yeah, I think Joy, you'll enjoy it because it's a comedy relief. It's an easy watch. So far, it's been an easy watch. It's not a complicated watching show, which sometimes you need those. You need an easy watch show that's funny and kind of easygoing, and that's kind of.
Is it kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger's True Lies? Remember that movie?
I do remember that movie. I have not seen that movie in so long. I don't feel like I can make a fair assessment of that. Because
I'm making an assessment on that because it was like, he was a super spy and all that, but True Lies did have its comedic moments and things like that.
I think this may be one of those shows where there's the reality of who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, and they're going to utilize that.
Making fun of himself.
But he's going to be the butt of a lot of jokes, I think, for a reason. But there's a joke where he's like, either he moves really fast for a 60-something old white man, or he got on the truck, like because he's being tracked by the CIA.
Yeah.
And there's little things like that because they make fun of his age, they make fun of his movement ability, they make fun of how he works out, and there's these little tidbits that they do all throughout the show where he's the butt of the joke all the time.
So he's making fun of himself. Yeah.
Constantly, which I dig. I like Arnold in that sort of role because he's such a macho man. For him to be utilizing himself as the comedic relief is nice to see.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up. It's 10:11.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my, she's like somebody. So we need to feed Joy. Is what needs to happen.
All right, so go watch FUBAR. I'm gonna go watch it on Netflix, and let's see what you guys think about that. What's going on in the We Got Your Mail portion of the show? Anything specific? I know
Only
Peter.
thing was they said we didn't give our For Me rating for Little Mermaid.
Oh, what was your For Me rating?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the For Me rating for it. So
for me,
what would you grade? I mean, this is A, B,
It's
C,
an
D,
A
or E.
For me.
you got an A?
A plus,
an
A minus, A regular A.
A.
You're gonna give
that's
it
good.
an A. I'm gonna give it a B.
Oh, okay.
I think
Because it was
because
too long.
I mean there was things I didn't like. I mean it was exactly like the animated version of it, and there was a few the few changes that they made or the things that they added to it didn't take me too far out of it. The only things that I didn't like about it, I think I wrote, I didn't like the eels.
You did say that?
I like the fact in the animation the eels had dialogue. They didn't have it in this one. I like the eels more in the animation. I loved the Sebastian character. I thought he was going to be the thing I didn't like him. Every scene that he was in, he had these one-liners that would floor me. So there was few things that I didn't like about it. Only gripe about it that I think I really had was it was probably a little bit too long, and that solo song that Eric sung didn't do
it for you.
Didn't need to be there. Just like Aladdin, there was a song that wasn't in the original cartoon that they added for the live action for Princess Jasmine. It did not. It wasn't necessary. That was exactly that situation. But that's minor stuff. So you give it an A, I give it a B. So we're at like what, an A minus?
Yeah, that would put it about an A minus.
I'm gonna say yeah. So
For me,
the For Me rating between me and Joy. I don't know what Giovanni did see it as well, but he's not here, so he doesn't count.
And I'll see it soon, and I'll figure out what I like about it. So,
yeah, but we're giving it our For Me rating today. It's a minus.
And then to address one more thing before we close up, Peter Lane said, "I hope Ken isn't the only sexist, or is the only sexist. I hate when it's every guy in the movie." And I'm just going to say this to you, Peter. I understand what you're saying, but I want you to take that phrase and just apply that to real life. Do you think that I want to deal with every man as a sexist in my day-to-day and sexualizing me on a regular basis? I would love for not every man that I encounter to be a sexist. So if it just happens to irritate you in a movie when they portray every man as a sexist, think how a woman feels in real life.
Yeah. When Tabatha gets pulled over by a cop, she's like, license and vagina, please. Yeah. Sexes are all around.
You're just having to deal with it in a fantasy. I have to deal with it in a reality. Think about that, sir. For me.
I don't know why that fit. It did not fit at all. I was just throwing it in there.
It's all good. I just thought it was a funny concept. Anywho, but that was all.
Yeah, but the For Me rating for Little Mermaid was what do we give it? An A? An A minus. An A minus.
I think it's a good average.
It did not disappoint.
Yeah.
And the things that I didn't like about it were very small compared to the things I liked about it. The only criticism I can give it, I like the scene, the very end of the movie when Ursula was fighting and she was a giant or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they did it better in the animation than they did in the live action. That was just my I don't know, maybe a lot of people might disagree, but I thought it was great. A minus. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us here on the Rundown After Dark. We get a little tipsy, a little wild. I might be
3 drinks in.
Yeah.
I was counting.
Yeah. Every time I announce. Oh shit! Before we go, announcements.
Oh yeah.
You were right. I do need
I told you.
an assistant
I
or
told
something
you.
to handle these lower thirds and stuff like that.
I'm usually right.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so announcement: we are going to be attending Comic Palooza here in Houston, Texas.
Yep.
Friday, and on the 26th, starting Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So I'm not gonna be there Friday, but Comic Palooza is for cosplayers. There's celebrities. There's all these people. There's is a cosplay event for all of us nerds. We're gonna be there. I got my costumes ready. We were just talking about that before. Joyce, we're gonna do a Fifth Element kind of a thing that we did last year. We're gonna do that again. Tabatha says she's going to be Lilu.
I'm going to be Lilo for Sunday fully, but I'm going to be Poison Ivy Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yeah.
So our plan was to try to do the Fifth Element thing on the same day, but now it looks like our schedules might not.
They're not matching.
Not gonna align. So.
And I don't want to spend the entire Saturday in that bandage costume, if I'm being completely frank about it. Because I'm going to be hanging out in every possible way.
I guess so. So Sunday it might depend. If Joy gives me the permission, if I'm allowed to go on Sunday, maybe she'll let me go.
I want Joy there. Can you stay home and Joy come?
You want to go, baby?
It depends on. I don't know what.
Well, does wait?
So I
Does
gotta take my dad back to the airport? Remember?
Oh, damn it!
She has to go visit her dad on Sunday as well.
No, I'm taking him to the airport.
Yeah, so that's another reason why I can't go on Sunday as well, because we have family on Sunday.
Dang it.
So 2023, we're gonna. So if you want to see what we were supposed to do in 2023, look at the footage from 2022 when we were accidentally together.
We'll figure it out. We'll somehow because I'm gonna bring my Lilu costume. The problem is my Poison Ivy costume is very intricate on the face.
Yeah.
And so, and I got to arrive in Poison Ivy. So
yeah, her Lilu costume was, and her secondary was her Poison Ivy. The problem is my Fifth Element costume is Ruby Rod, but my secondary costume is Miles Morales. It's Spider-Man. It's like it totally doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be in coordination the way
it's okay. It's Comic Palooza. Technically, we're in coordination because it's Comic Palooza.
Yeah.
So,
but we'll be there.
Yeah.
On at least Saturday, we'll be there. We might not be coordinated, but we'll be there. Unless Tabatha changes her mind. And
okay, your ass isn't hanging out in bandages, so I don't want to hear it.
You don't know my life. You don't know what I'm wearing underneath
okay,
these.
you know what? I will give you my costume. You can wear it.
Anywho, that's the rundown, guys.
I'll wear Ruby Rod.
No.
I say if Natalie was going, we could make her. She wanted to go, but she has a.
Can she not? She can't go.
Birthday party.
How important is the friend?
It's her bestie.
Oh, okay. Dang it.
Because she's like a twig, so.
Yeah, we could have definitely put her in the bandage.
Well, so we'll be there tomorrow. Comic Palooza goes. So guys, so if you're in Houston and or if you're watching the on Instagram and watching everything on social media for Comic Palooza, look for us. We will be there covering the event. Definitely Saturday. We'll be there
sure.
Saturday.
Yeah.
We might not.
I'll be there
coordinating.
Sunday. Yeah, I'll be there Sunday.
But tomorrow I'll go and I'll get our passes and everything and get us all situated. So that's the show, guys. Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of the Rundown. This was a 2-hour episode of the Rundown. Tabatha is hella mad at me right now. When the cameras turn off, she's like, "What the hell, Chris? 1 hour is what I agreed to." So the reason why I've been stalling and keeping the stream going is because if I turn the cameras off, she's gonna punch me in the face.
I never punch in the face. I don't leave visible marks.
Yeah,
I'm a professional.
God damn it. Anyway, well, guys, if you want to reach out to me, you can find me at Chris W. Fagan on all the social medias. If you want to reach out to me, Joy, if people want to reach out to you, where can they find you online?
TikTok is Viola Fagan, and my Instagram is Scrub Hats and More by Joy.
And Tabatha Jordan, if they want to reach out to you online, where can they find you?
You can find me on TikTok at Let's Have Fun 012, and on TikTok, Let's Have Fun 012. Instagram, Tabatha.Hamilton.18. Yeah. I gotta
Yeah.
get it straight.
There you go. And my OnlyFans is, I'm just joking.
I mean, don't let him joke. He has.
It's all it's all chest moves and
It's the feet.
and feet scuttlebutt feet pics.
I can't do it. Not the claws.
Guys, let me know. Reach out to us on all our social medias, and I appreciate you guys for checking us out on the Rundown After Dark, guys. And till next time, I guess.